Who's stricter, you or your husbands?
If I have to be stern, and if in a chance I am stern, everyone in the house is terrified.
Because I have so much trauma from my childhood.
What kind of traumas are you talking about?
That's for another episode, honey.
You kind of just have to take this whole role of being a mom. You gotta go with the flow.
Because I went through postpartum depression, and I feel like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to survive.
The depression sitting beside her.
I can't do the talking. You gotta tell them. You tell my family. Chill the hell out. You can't come.
Yeah.
You tell them right now.
No.
Also, Tanuska, your turn to say something. No. Me? Okay.
Oh, daddy.
Daddy.
Oh my god, are you trying to tell us something? Are you guys trying to tell us something?
No, absolutely not.
If you guys tell us you're pregnant on this, I will actually...
Absolutely not. Don't look at me like this. Welcome back to NidTalks, Season 2 episode. I have no idea which episode this is, but...
You have to do something.
Was I supposed to do something?
I don't know. They did it, so I did. Today we are with Supermoms.
Woohoo!
Can you guys intro yourselves, please?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good enough.
Durka.
Jesse.
Haranya.
All right, we're going to get straight into the questions here. All right, does anyone have anything to say? Shut up my app real quick, someone.
Just download the app.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys are all in the Supermom group habit?
Yes.
Absolutely.
How has it helped you guys out?
I've been going to the gym. I mean, I've been working out every Saturday. Even though I'm lazy, I get my ass up and go because of the app.
Yeah, me too. And I get my steps in every day, and I try to work out every day because of it, because I see other moms doing it, and some of these moms have 3 kids. So I have no excuses.
I get my steps in every day. And I get my steps in every day.
Okay. Rania?
I mean, my husband's mind blowing. I'm walking every day, so it's doing wonders for me.
Yes. You actually, what are you right now? Are you perfect?
I'm perfect. A++.
Let's go. Okay.
Oh.
All right, well, that's a good start.
Oh, that's so good.
91s.
Who here is a strict mom?
Well, I'm not a mom yet, so y'all answer.
I feel like it depends on the situation.
Yeah. I think sometimes I can be, and sometimes I'm not. I think it depends. Yeah, what it is.
Who's stricter, you or your husbands? Yeah, I know you can't answer that yet, but
Look at Jesse's face when you're asking these questions.
we're not asking you that question.
Okay.
I think it's situational based for sure. Sometimes I feel like it's him, and sometimes I feel like it's me, depending on like the tantrum or if it's food related or yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely situation based, but I feel like I would say Nirsan because I tend to like give in a little bit faster than he does.
I do too, yeah. Mayu likes to think he's a stricter parent, but I think can depend on what it is.
Okay.
So Dushev's actually the one that has to lay down the law because I don't. Yeah. But if I have to be stern, and if in a chance I am stern, everyone in the house is terrified.
I think I've seen you actually.
Oh yeah.
I've seen you locked
see
in
that.
before.
With Kylan?
Yeah, but not like mean though. But it's kind of like, you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which I didn't expect.
And then he thinks it's like the end of the world. And he's like, I'm so sorry, Mario. Yeah.
What about you, Oves? Who do you think will be more stricter?
Probably me. I'm a little crazy. But I don't know. Maybe things might change. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Cap.
I think it's gonna be Rack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true. He doesn't even let me drink coffee.
Man, I'm seeing his facials right now, and they're not looking too
Rack is
good.
currently sitting over there. If you guys are wondering why we keep looking over.
Baby daddy.
Okay. Be honest. Who regrets having kids sometimes?
No.
Anybody here?
No.
What was I doing before I had kids? Absolutely
I don't
nothing.
think anyone
Shaking
can
your
answer that question.
Oh.
Are there things you miss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shaking your
Absolutely.
ass.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
what? Can you guys give us some examples?
Just being able to go out and not have to think twice, like literally, and go on a date night anytime, you don't have to think, and just being able to be free, because you lose that part of it for sure. There's no question about it. And I think especially when you don't have as much help, it's a lot harder too. So for me personally, yeah, like I don't know the last time I went on a date night with Mayu. So yeah.
So are you
Things like
saying you
that.
don't have help?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. I don't think you'd answer that. What about you, Rania? What do you miss? Anything you miss?
I mean, yeah, like definitely the time. I think it's just like an extra like thing you have to think about. I think it's just like extra things you have to think about once having a kid. Like, you know, even just stepping out of the house, it's like, you got to pack the diaper bag. You got to do this. You got to do that. Before there was none of that. It's just like, you can leave the house. It's okay if you forgot something, you know?
I think it's even if you're like walking upstairs.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's
Like,
just
you
like
can't walk upstairs
Yeah.
if someone's not watching the kid.
Yep.
yeah.
That
You
seems a
can't
little
poop in
crazy.
peace.
Yeah.
Sleeping in.
Yeah.
Sleeping in.
Sleeping is not a thing.
That's not a thing
I think
at
your
all.
whole schedule changes.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
At least until I think the kids are like 5, 6. I think after that you kind of get a piece of normalcy back.
Yeah.
But until then, yeah, it's hard.
What about you, Oates? You think you're gonna miss anything other than what
Shaking
you
your
said?
ass
On a yacht.
on a yacht.
Yeah, I think I'm scared. First, I was scared to even have kids because I didn't want to give up my life.
Mm-hmm.
But then after seeing you guys and still being able to play sports and stuff, I was like, you know what? I think I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's really going to change my life that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
What are some fears you guys have as parents now or for you, Oates, in the future? 'Cause
Ooh.
Yeah, I have
Like
intrusive
5 billion
thoughts a lot.
fears.
Of like, oh my God, what if they don't have good friends? What if they don't, like, what if they're a loner? What if they're a loser? What if they get bullied?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just like the fact of putting them out into the real world and like them going through all of those experiences. And then it's like, you're not always going to be there.
Yeah. To like protect them
Yeah.
and shield their hearts.
It's kind of like the whole letting them go kind of,
yeah.
you know?
Because as much as you can raise them to be like little cute, little kind humans, whoever their circle of friends are or whoever
Mhm.
they're close to at school and stuff really do
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
shape up
yeah,
who they
for
become
sure.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think my biggest fear is to not like raise my kids without having trauma. Because I have so much trauma from my childhood that I
Yeah.
just hope that they look back and they like say like I have the best childhood because of my parents.
Mhm.
So like making sure that I don't cause that trauma is one of my biggest fears. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a
that's a
good one.
big one.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of traumas are you talking about?
That's for another episode,
I'm
honey.
kidding. The episode is coming soon, though. Yeah, for someone who doesn't have kids, that's actually one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
Like when you, like not knowing how their friends are or how they're gonna become. Like if my kid was ever a shit kid, that would be the biggest L of all
Yeah.
time. Like in my head, I would
Yeah.
hope they're just not a bad person.
Absolutely.
But then you can't like control that completely.
Yeah.
You can do your part. Like I had some friends in high school who were good. They had good parents, but their friends were trash, and then they became bad people. And then some had good friends, horrible parents, and then they were bad. So you can't really.
Because they're spending so much time at school.
School.
Who they're around really matters.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had this argument with Mayu before because I'm like, oh, why are the parents must have raised them wrong or something like that. And Mayu literally had to like break it down for me one day and was like, you do realize that school, once your kids start going to school, they're in school 5 days a week for 8 hours a day. He's like, when they come home, they're staying up for 3 hours with you, maybe, if that. And some kids don't even have the luxury of having their parents because they work, the parents might be doctors or whatever it may be, or work overnight. So they don't really get to see their parents until the weekend. So Mayu's like, you have to understand that a huge part of some kids' like behavior comes from their friends, not their parents. And I'm like, I never thought of it that way.
True.
Yeah.
Even on social media, when you see like, oh, some 15-year-old kid did this or whatever it is, immediately if you look at the comments, it's like, oh, their parents are degenerates or whatever the hell it is, or they didn't spend time raising their kids. But it's like you can spend all the time you want raising your kids, depending on the environment and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It does make a big.
Oh, huge. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about some of my friends. With that being said, sorry.
Which ones?
Older
Who are your friends?
older ones. Would you want to be your kid's friend more like their friend or their parent? If that makes sense.
I think there has to be a fine line. I think as their kids, you want to be more of the parent. As they get older, you want to be more friends, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I think there has to be a little bit of fun, but a little bit of, like they still need to respect you and listen to you, and they need to understand like, okay, that's my parents. I needed whatever. But as they get older, I would love for that to shift into like being more friendly and like, you know, I hope my kids like come to me and like, I don't know, I see like kids and their parents as they get older and they're literally best friends. Like they go shopping together. They tell their parents all the tea. They like make videos together and they're like dancing and like just like living their best life. And they say things like, oh, my mom's my best friend. My dad's my best friend. So as they get older, I would love that relationship. But right now I feel like I would want to be the parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
I think right now I am very friendly with my kid and he thinks we're like best friends.
Yeah.
But I think there's also a fine line between being friends and respect. So I think he respects me as an adult and he knows like, okay, there's certain things, whatever, but he's still, that's my boy. But also like going back to your point, like my parents were relatively like, at the time we thought they were strict and stuff until like university. And then that's when we were like, they were a little bit more, they weren't like strict, but at that time we thought they were strict.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, it's like, I'm totally content with the way we were raised because
now you're
of
like
how
best friends with them.
like whack everything is.
Yeah.
And then after university and now like we're like best friends and whatever.
Sorry.
Durka?
I don't know. She's making noise. What do you want me to do?
She's like, take me shopping!
What about you, Hernia?
I feel like it's like I feel like you should always be a parent, but where you are as a friend comes in, I think, on a situational basis, right? So, and I feel like I've been thinking about this a lot because especially our generation, like we were raised by obviously immigrant parents. There's like a lot of conversations that maybe our parents didn't have with us that now we're going to have with our children, right?
Yeah.
So it's like even being a friend, right? Like I don't know how often I'd say my parents were my friend, right? Like I wouldn't openly like open up about things, everything with them.
Yeah.
So I feel like now it's like when I'm now a mom and now I have to think about these things and how I will like navigate through certain situations with Amari in the future. I'm just like, man, that's going to be tough because I don't have anything to look up to. Right. I have to kind of go with the flow. Yeah.
I think it's like you would want your kids to be comfortable enough to tell you what's going on with school without being afraid of being like, oh, my mom's going to get mad if I tell her this or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like that's what I kind of want to maintain.
I feel like if you also, in a way, if you provide that kind of comfort for them, they'll be more open to sharing stuff with you, right? Like if you right off the bat, you're like, I'm going to be the strict parent, no to this, no to that. I think in a way that kind of causes children to be more
sneaky.
Yeah.
And do things behind the parents' back. Yeah.
I've also seen the opposite though, and then that also goes horribly.
Yeah, where they're too like, here's a condom. You want to be on birth control? Be on birth control. I knew a girl in high school. Her mom put her on birth, like whatever, and she got pregnant. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I think there should be a little bit of a, you know, I'm not saying like I would want my kids to come to me and tell me like, hey, I like this boy or something, but I think there needs to be conversations that then need to be had.
There's like a line.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Not going to just be like, well, all right, you're seeing someone, let's go get you on birth control. Like it's not going to be, you know,
Yeah, no, that's true. I know you kind of think of the future, but.
No, I'm just thinking about my parents being so strict, so I would probably want to do the opposite, but still have like a fine line between friend and being.
Were your parents strict?
Yeah. My brother was strict, my mom was strict, my dad was strict. I was just locked up. But then that's why I was so rebellious. No, but that's why I was so rebellious because of that. So
I think that happens a lot.
Yeah, especially in the Tamil community, I feel like I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Where kids are like, the parents are so strict, and then the kids just do whatever the hell they want. After.
Even when we were in uni, since we were out of town and stuff like that, anytime any Toronto kids came down to Waterloo, like they were like wild child. It's like they've like seen freedom for the first time in their lives, and then they're just like buck wild crazy all weekend.
That's true. Another thing is when I feel like our generation, or like even younger than us, you guys are younger than us, but like when they got married, a lot of them get married. A lot of them get married like super young because their parents don't let them do anything like travel.
Even travel. Yeah.
Or
that's
like,
literally why I got married early too, because I was like, I wanted to get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Not because
no,
I mean, honestly.
But like that was the game plan. I was like, Rax, you need to save me and take me out of this house.
No, I can empathize with that as well. Because I feel like I got married early as well. And at first I wasn't like the biggest fan, but when I look back, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I did. Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a lot of people who got married like super young. Like some of my clients were like maybe like 23 even. I think 23 is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's really
I got engaged. I
don't
at
even
23.
think like the frontal lobe for males is developed by that time.
Yeah, like I feel like that seems crazy. And then now it's because of their parents like would never let, no disrespect, grandparents, never let them do anything. So then now they're like, okay, let's just get married, and they get married, and then say they get divorced, and now the parents are blasting them because they got divorced. But it's like it was your fault in the first place for like never letting us do anything.
Yeah.
Especially as girls, I feel like.
Yeah.
Guys,
So
I think
true.
they can do
That's
a
so
little
true.
more, but
Yeah.
I think that's why I want to be a chill mom, because I felt like I was so rebellious and have to sneak around and lie to my parents. And I don't want that to be my kid.
Being a parent now, has that changed the way you guys look at your parents?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like in a good way or both?
I mean, it depends on the scenario I'm dealing with on how I want to feel, but like
I think I have empathy for them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I think like sometimes like in a positive way, sometimes I'm just like, wow, I don't know how like my mom did all this, right? Because like me, my brother and the sister were all like, 1-2 years apart. So she was dealing with like 3 kids under 3.
Oh yeah.
Right? And like she was also a stay-at-home mom too. So I'm just like, wow, I can't believe she did that for so many years. Like in those times where feel like I'm like going crazy, I just think about my mom.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
But then there's also moments where I'm like, why didn't they tell me this? Or why didn't they talk to me about this? Right? You get those intrusive thoughts sometimes when you're like parenting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, like I don't want to put 100% of the blame on them. I also think it's like they grew up in a different world from us. They did whatever they could with whatever they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we just have to do whatever we could with what we have.
I think for them it was more survival. Like let's just give our kids everything we didn't have. So make sure they have a good education, maybe a roof over their head, things like that. Yeah. They weren't thinking about like, let's emotionally invest into our kids and like mentally invest into them and make sure that they're good. They didn't think about aspects like that. Whereas we as parents, I'm like, okay, I want to make sure that, my kids are before education, before anything, they're mentally good. Like, I don't care. That's like the second thing. For our parents, it was like, okay, so that's all they thought about, right? And I don't blame them because, back home, they didn't even have that. So for them, this is the next step. So they did better than what their parents could do for them. But I think for us, it's kind of like, we know about mental health. We know about like just being there emotionally and like available for our kids. And so for us, at least for me, I put priority on that more than anything else. Like education will come, education will go. But I'm like, I need to make sure my kids are like, feel secure and, just emotionally ready to conquer the world. Because sometimes I feel like that's not how we were raised, Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, because you're talking about like, us as parents, do we see? Can you please ask your question again?
I knew she was struggling.
I have all 3 brain cells in my head right now. Like,
You think about your Amma and Appa when you're with Kylan or Miles.
Or like, do you look at them differently?
Yeah,
how
like,
you were saying-
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You were saying like you felt they were so strict before?
But like now I'm like, oh my God, like if,
They're like,
for example, like elementary school, we snuck out once after school, not sneak, like after school, we went to the Beckers down the, street around the corner and around a stop sign. And then that was like a whole thing. And I got my Pixie Sticks and stuff. In hindsight, if my parents knew I did that, they would have been terrified too, right? If I think of Kylan as like, grade 3 or whatever it is, sneaking out to go get Pixie Sticks. What the hell is wrong with me?
True.
In like, it's freaking,
Yeah.
it's a scary place.
Yeah, you kind of realize they did it out of love. Like,
There's
like
a
when you're
lot
a
of
kid,
stuff
you think they just
they
are,
do. Everything they did is basically to kind of protect us and stuff.
Yeah, it's just I think our parents have a funny way of showing love, and as children, we don't understand it, and we feel neglected because of it.
Yeah.
Because the way they show love is very different from how I personally would show love to my kids. Right?
I think it's also an explanation as to why not to do something. Like instead of
sometimes it's
saying,
like,
don't do that, it's like, why? It's like, just doesn't know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Even for like random things, like now it's like, oh, don't, or like postpartum, you eat this and stuff. It's like, okay, why? And then you check it up on like online, and you're like, oh my god, there's so much benefits for eating this, and it's supposed to be for healing and all this stuff. I'm like,
sometimes they don't know either. They do it because they were told that.
Don't know either,
Yeah.
So
Asian parents, like their love language is just feeding you, but they'll never like give you words of affirmation, physical touch, or any of that emotional support.
Which is crazy.
They'll just be like,
Yeah.
But like that's their way of being like, oh, I'm making this for my kid. But for us, it's like, okay, you know?
Yeah. No, my dad, the way my dad says I love you to Vian, I look at him like, you know those words?
What does he say?
He'll say, I love you. Bye, Vian, love you. Bye, Vian. Hi, Vian, love you. And I'm like looking at him like, was I ever told those things?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think my mom really says it still, but my dad will literally say, but my dad was like more of the chalam parent, even growing up for us. But when I hear it now, I'm like, whoa, like, it's like, okay. But,
my
they
dad
also learn and they evolve as well. So, yeah.
My dad does not have the word no in his vocabulary when he's speaking to like Kylan. Like, he can ask for anything. He'll never say no. And I'm like,
see, a lot of people say that. Like, do you feel like your parents are so different as grandparents?
But I think that's normal. Even us, I think if my kids have kids, I think I will also be just as like spoiling, because as grandparents, that's your job, in my opinion. It's not to like raise them and like correct them necessarily. It's to help just make them feel loved. So I think they're doing a good job being grandparents, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually had this conversation with my parents last weekend because we were roasting my dad about how he is with Kylan. Because I feel like we always say he enables Kylan to do whatever he wants, but he's just like, no, like you guys have to be the ones raising him. We're here to just support and be their friends and whatever. And he's like, that's how we were when we were younger. And like we've done our jobs by raising you guys. So now it's your jobs to raise them. But we're just like their buddies, and we're just here for like a good time with them. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, and that's
fair.
Makes sense. So what would you guys do if you guys are with your kid in a stroller or whatever? Amari's obviously a little older, so and then some random lady just says, "Oh, your kid's so cute," and like comes and like plays with his cheek and like starts touching his hair and stuff. Like,
that's happened before.
Yeah, me too. Like,
it happens all the time to me.
So what do you guys?
All the time.
Is that cool?
I think I'm just not I think their intentions are good, but yeah, like I would never go and touch a random kid without asking their parents or what. I just wouldn't touch a random kid.
Period.
Yeah. So
even if you know the parents, but you're not that close to the parent, I'm not going to be like, hey, can I hold your kid? Like, I would never do that.
Yeah. So like, I think it's really weird when people do that, but I think some people just don't know, or if they're like older or something, whatever. Yeah. I just like, haha, just play it off and that's it. Just kind of carry on my day. Because I don't think anyone's intentions doing that is like, I don't think their intentions are bad.
Yeah.
I think we're just more aware of like, oh, people could get sick or whatever the hell it is, or just don't touch another person's kid. Yeah,
it happens a lot to us. I know I post like my child on social media, so it comes with like the territory, I guess. But but I think typically it happens with a lot of our older like aunties that follow me on social media. It's really hard for me because the problem with older aunties is if you say like toradengo, I feel like they get offended. Yeah. And then it becomes like she's being mean or like whatever. So me and Mayu really struggle with it. So Mayu has come up with the plan that if it happens moving forward, he's going to say, he's sick, don't touch him. And he's going to be the one to say it kind of. If it's a younger person, I have no problem being like, hey, I'd appreciate if you don't touch
my kid.
But when it's older, like auntie, it's just hard because I just feel like they don't understand etiquette, and for them it's like, oh, she's being like rude, even though I understand it's not coming from a mean place, but at the same time it's like, why are you touching my child? I don't know where your hands have been. I don't know if you're sick. I don't know if people in your household are sick. So why are you doing that? But people are just like, sometimes they don't understand personal space and stuff.
So if he goes with that game plan now and says he's sick, they're all gonna know that he's lying.
Yeah, well, don't touch him.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, pocketing them down. Thoda then go under play, please.
Oh my God. Rania,
I think we struggled with this during the newborn phase. You know, when your baby's born and everyone has to come visit.
Yeah.
So like, I think the first couple of visits with people, it's like we felt this discomfort asking people to wash their hands, right?
Crazy, right?
Some people knew it. Like they knew immediately went to the sink and wash their hands. But like some people, like older people especially, they didn't know. So I think after like a month or two, like especially when Amari first got sick.
Yeah.
I was like, I think it was Nirasan. He was like, oh, let's just write a sign on our door. So if you come to our house, we had a sign saying, please wash your hands if you're here to visit baby Amari, right?
Yeah.
And like everyone who came afterwards read that sign and actually washed their hands. And that also kind of gave an indication that you're kind of particular with, you know, your child. So some people didn't even want to hold him after seeing that sign.
I'm going to put up that sign too.
Wait, I have a question. Can I ask a question? Even though I'm not the question person.
The hell do you think this is?
Where's the question stick? Here's the EpiPen.
She's the question master.
So like, how did you guys go about like not inviting people to the hospital or to your house
Can you
within the
please
30
give me
days?
that?
This kind of looks
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
She's going like, how did you guys?
Let's just keep that over here.
First of all, you just did the hand motion.
You were doing it with the prop.
Yeah, like how did you guys go about like telling family members, especially like aunties, like, oh, you can't come to the hospital because like, you know, the first 30 days you want only a certain number of people to come.
It was easy for me. I didn't let anyone come.
Not everyone understands, like, don't bother.
Yeah, no, it was an issue for sure. I didn't even want my parents or Mayu's parents or anyone. I didn't let my own immediate family come over until 2 weeks after. And I didn't let my parents come over for a whole month because they were sick. Like, I mean, yeah, it didn't sit well with everyone. But personally, for me, my mental health and my child's well-being matters more, especially being postpartum. So Mayu just went with whatever I wanted, and that was what I wanted, and people respected it. And I mean, yeah, I'm sure like my mom would have loved to come over or whatever, but she lives with kids that were sick, so I was like, no. And then with immediate family, I was like, I'm trying to figure out what this new bubble is. I'm breastfeeding, I'm bleeding for my coochie. I don't need people in my space. Like that was just it. And if they don't understand it, they don't understand it. They'll get over it. That's how I looked at it. Yeah.
Is that why you didn't let me see him for a year?
No, I didn't let you see him for a year because I fed you chicken.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So with Kylan was like that last stretch of COVID. So like our parents couldn't come to the hospital or anything in the first place. So that was okay. And then during the first 30 days with Kai, like it was also COVID time. So there was so much going on. So people just didn't come to the house. And that was just like a collectively common sense kind of thing.
They're not even going to ask at that point.
Yeah. With Miles right now, because we just passed 30 days and stuff like that.
You had your baby?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, with Miles, at the hospital, it's just our parents and Dusha's parents. And then like the rest of like our core family, cousins and stuff like that, they're like, yo, we'll come to the house.
Yeah.
But even with the house stuff, it's just like our immediate cousins that, you know, like our couple of our friends and stuff like that. But that's just like people that, you know, we know.
You want there to be.
It's like people that know, like, if they're sick or something, they're not coming or whatever it is. And it's more so to kind of check in on like me and Dusha and Kylan and stuff like that. Not necessarily to just be like, oh yeah, I want to come see the baby. But
it's
also
your comfort.
Yeah. It's also like when we do have like extended family and stuff ask, our parents have been really good where they're like, oh, like she just had a C-section. She's like still whatever. I'm totally fine. But like, you know, it's just, yeah, so like it's just more of our comfort and stuff like that, and it's less of I think when it's like your immediate friends or your immediate family and stuff like that, you don't have to host or entertain them and stuff like that. When you have extended family, you feel a need to kind of be like, oh, do you want tea or do you want drinks? Do you want food? And you feel a little like under them and stuff because you're like they're just sitting there and whatnot in comparison to like closer people where they're just gonna go to the fridge and do whatever they want and just kind of check in on you guys. But I
think that was like the main thing for me because I think for us, we were kind of pretty lenient. Like I had my immediate family at the hospital, but I do think for the first month we did have quite a few visitors. But I think this hosting thing and feeling obligated to like, you know.
Especially if you're at your own house and stuff. If you're at your parents' house, it's different.
Yeah.
But if you're
like, I felt like that was a little overwhelming for me, like having to do it every time. And then it's like you're losing out on time with your baby, especially when it's first time. Like you want that time and then you're trying to figure stuff out. So I think like, I would do things way differently.
Yeah.
Like what?
going forward. Like I think I would take more time for me and Nirsan to, you know, spend time with the baby and like just figure things out before like having
Inviting
guests
people.
over.
I think our generation is a little bit different compared to like let's say some of my older cousins where everyone was like immediately flocking to their house that first week and stuff. I think we are a little bit more, we set up more boundaries. And I think like the adults and stuff have kind of understood that that's kind of how our generation works.
Yeah.
And they're not, I don't think people would catch feelings.
Yeah, I'm dreading it.
Oh wait, like you mean adults?
Yeah.
No, they like I remember one of my aunts wanted to come visit. It wasn't immediately. It was like 4 months later or something like that. So it was fine. But my mom's like, oh, make sure you have palaram and like tea and give it to them. And I was like, what?
No, see,
I'm
I
like,
can't do that.
Yeah. Whereas if
My mom
I
said
were to
that,
go
though.
to like somebody's house, like that just had a baby, I'd be like, hey, do you guys want any food?
Yeah.
Like I would be like, I'm like, and if they were to be like, oh, do you want food? I'm gonna be like, nah, like, no, I'm good. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think understanding that concept is like hard for our older generation.
Yeah.
But like, I just told my parents straight up, like, nobody's coming other than immediate family. I don't want anyone there. And that was just it.
Yeah.
And people didn't really come visit until months later.
Yeah.
Friends I allowed after 1 month. And I think with the second kid, we'll see how it goes. But
Friends except for Nadoon.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah, I think with like setting boundaries, like it's not always you're not always gonna receive a positive response.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And sometimes it can be a little bit annoying during that time to have to hear backlash. But end of the day, like it's you, your family, you're the parent, you make the rules. It's what you want for your family, right?
It's also the health of the kid too, right?
Yeah.
Or like even the mom and stuff. If someone's sick and they come to the house and the mom gets sick, the kid gets sick, it's like a whole hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You do what makes you happy.
You do you,
I'm just gonna
boo.
tell
If you want me to
Roxy
come
do
the next day, you
messages.
let me know. If you want me to wait a whole month, I'll wait a whole month.
She's not waiting a whole month.
She's not waiting.
She's not waiting a whole month.
Give me my baby.
She's gonna be in the delivery room. Rex, get out of here.
No, I was literally telling Rax, I'm like, yo, when I'm in the hospital and I can't do the talking, you got to tell them. You tell my family, chill the hell out. You can't come.
Yeah.
You can tell them right now.
No.
Soft.
Can you guys describe your first pregnancy in one word? I know it's kind of
first.
tough. One word. You know what?
Pregnancy or delivery or what? Like the stage
Like
of
Just
pregnancy?
the whole
Labor?
pregnancy,
Oh.
except for Rose, at the moment.
Yeah, I'm still cooking.
So-
First trimester
Oh, I
was
think,
horrible.
I don't know, like mind blowing. I don't know. I think in that moment, I was just going through so many different emotions. And, you know, when it was all done, I was just kind of like, wow, I did this. Like, I was just like, you know, I think even Nirsan, he was just like, wow. Like, I think I saw a different version of myself in that moment. And I was so amazed that that was me in that moment going through this.
Right.
Supermom.
Yeah, exactly.
Join now.
Download now.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Oh.
Bars. How about you, Jesse?
I had a pretty good pregnancy experience with the first one.
Yeah.
Second one too, but first one, especially because I thought it was like just like new territory and everything was like so foreign, but it's kind of like you're able to adapt so quickly. And
Good answer.
I think physically amazing. I feel like I had a great pregnancy. Mentally, I was it was a roller coaster for sure. But I think overall it was like one of my favorite things I've ever done. So yeah.
minus like the symptoms.
Well, I'm still going through
I don't really
it.
have any with
Just
me.
tired all the time.
Heartburn. Oh.
But good, but tired.
I feel like you're less tired now
Yeah.
than you
'Cause
were.
I'm-
She's done the first
Yeah.
trimester.
That's
Was
true.
that-
Yeah.
First trimester was
That shit will
death.
knock
That
you
is-
out.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was like looking at Rax, I'm like, this isn't even fun. Like, why would people do this? But now I'm like, oh, I get it.
Third trimester is also when you get tired.
Yeah, the 7th month, 8th month, man.
First trimester was just like
Yeah, literally.
wake up just to eat and then
I remember we would come over to chill and they didn't know it yet, and I would just
Oh, we
knock
knew.
out. Okay, well, yeah, I know you two knew, but I would just knock out here and just sleep.
New Year's New Year's Eve she slept in a corner. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
literally like chaos happening in the house and she's sleeping in the corner.
Yeah.
What surprised you the most about becoming a parent? About yourself in a good way.
My patience.
Yeah, facts. I was just gonna say that.
I never would have thought I would have been like, I never would describe myself as a patient person until I had Vian. And I'm so patient. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have become way like I thought I was relatively pretty patient beforehand, but now it's like it's even more. I'm even more patient in general, but I do take it out on maybe my sister, maybe sometimes Dusha, but like in general, like pretty patient.
I think for me overall, just being a mom, like I wasn't one of those people where I can be like, oh, I've always imagined myself becoming a mom or being a mom. I think I just was never able to envision that. So for me, being in this role in itself is like so amazing to me because I'm just like, wow. Like every day I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I'm a mom. Like Amari's 2. And I always say this to Nirsan. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm a mom. Like, you know, and he'll be like, oh, like he'll be like, he's 2 and you're still saying this. But like,
Because Nirsan
yeah, he's just like, come on, it's just whatever, you know? But for me, it's like a big deal because I just never saw myself as that.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that we're able to adapt to it and just go with the flow and figure things out, I think that's what amazed me about being a mom.
and being responsible for like a whole ass human.
Yeah. We'll be able to answer that soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I don't have patience, but we'll see.
No, you will.
Oh, you will.
You have to have patience.
You will.
When they're screaming at the top of their lungs because you cut their apple in a different angle, you have to have patience.
That's great. So basically, I was looking at a picture of me and Deniska from which I thought was 2 years ago. It was 5 years ago, which was crazy.
Oh my God, I think I know where this is going.
So I remember the moment and I was like, this was 2 years ago. And I swiped up on the iPhone. You can see what year it was. It was 2021. And which is crazy to me, but we can't really tell time, when you're together or whatever. But I feel like since Amari came is when I realized how time is flying. Because I remember when he was a kid and then now he's 2 and he's talking. So, but it still feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I can actually see it, see him growing.
Yeah.
So how does that make you guys feel as
Sad.
parents?
Yeah.
I
cry all the time. I cry every other day. I literally will look at pictures and cry because I'm like, how was this last year?
Yeah.
It makes me so, maybe it's my hormones.
Yeah.
And I'm also a very emotional person, but
You are?
but it makes me extremely emotional. I'm like, I why is it and I this is why I understand why people have so many kids.
Yeah.
I get it. I look at mine and I'm like, I understand. I don't know if I can stop because
It's also going on mat leave though.
Does Mayu know?
he wants 4 anyways. But no, it's just because you really want to hold on to that time, but it escapes you when you're a parent. And these kids grow so fast. It's actually insane.
I think it's also because each one of those moments you're only going to have with them once, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also one of those people. I frequently go back and look at pictures.
Yeah, me too.
In the middle of the night, we'll both be in bed and I'll be going back and be
Literally,
like, whatever. And your son will be like, what's wrong with you?
No, I know.
You know, he's growing up. It's a good thing. And I'm just like, yeah, but all these moments, how he looked, that's only going to happen once, right? And you only have those pictures and videos. And we're lucky we live in an era where it's that.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel time going by so much quicker just seeing him grow
Isn't
up.
that so crazy that we're also growing with them and we're getting old too? And
Yeah.
they're just going past and we are too, but we don't realize it.
No,
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
That's actually, I never thought of it like that.
when
Now
I saw
you
my
just
niece
scared out of me.
I know. That's literally with you. But I think because I don't have a kid yet, so when I see V and Kylan, they're all big now, I'm like, oh my God, we're getting old too. But we still
our
understand.
age and we're a whole 5 years old.
I know.
Oh yeah, we can't relate to them.
Oh yeah.
We're
sorry.
still
These
in
two
our
are turning
20s.
30 this year and we're turning
we're still in our
26.
But
Yeah.
going based off that, you know what's crazy though? When you're a kid, when you guys remember being a kid, and when you thought of your parents, they were so old, but they were us.
Yeah.
I know.
They were
young, figuring it out too.
basically
Yeah.
adults, obviously, but
No, literally.
such young people. But when you get to an age where you kind of realize that they're your parents and you care about them, and then they're old.
Yeah.
For me, when I realized I need to do everything for my parents. I felt like they were older. So do you guys ever think about when my kid finally realizes that do you guys get what I'm saying?
No, we don't.
like we're gonna be older and
Like-
they're gonna be even older.
Yeah, like we're gonna be like basically like 50, 60.
I can't think that far because I genuinely feel like I would destroy my mental health.
No, I
Yeah.
do think like that. I
Right.
think about my age all the time. It's so bad.
Yeah, I always think of, when I'm 50 years old, how old will my kid be?
No, I
Like,
can't.
are they going to be in high school or whatever? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, what age do you guys feel like you guys actually appreciate your parents, like for everything what they did? I
would
feel like I was like 23.
Yeah, I would say I definitely started appreciating them, more so end of high school, but after university to the max.
I think
Like,
for me it was like university, like
Yeah.
later in university
Yeah,
probably.
I would say mid-20s for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah,
it's also their first time doing life too, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
like
that's
a,
if you calculate that for when like your baby turns 24.
but I also
Yeah,
think
that's
that we
what I'm
had
saying.
different.
Like,
No,
that's the
but,
part that's scary.
but I also think that we have a different relationship with our parents than our kids will have
Yeah,
with
that's
us, and I'm hoping it
Yeah.
is different. If I'm being quite honest with you, like going back to the point of like our parents didn't know certain things, I hope that the way that we raise our kids, it's a little bit different, you know, and they think differently. Because I think for me personally, I had a lot of like neglect. I had a lot of like I feel like with my parents, I had a lot of like
resentment.
resentment. Yeah, growing up. And I hope I do a better job with my kids so that they don't feel that way. Right. And it took me a long time to like realize, okay, you know what? This is how they were raised and that's why they are the way they are. So yeah.
Fair?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Anything on that?
So I think for me in my scenario, like my parents got married when they were in their mid 30s. And so they had kids like, I think they had me when they were like 34, 35 or 35, 36.
Yeah.
So it's like, it lines up with the age that people are getting married and having kids now. So I think when I was a kid, I never really like thought of them aging. Like I think it like took me a while. I would say probably my mid to late 20s is when I actually started noticing, okay, they're aging.
Right.
But growing up as a kid, that's not a thought I had in my head.
Yeah.
Right. Like I always thought, oh, they're my parents, they're doing all these things or whatever. But I think for me, a sense of appreciation and like thoughts of that started forming for me when I started working. Like when I had my first job and I was trying to manage that with school, I'm like, oh my God, my parents are like juggling all these things. Like, I think there's certain things that you go through in your life that make you realize, oh, this is what my parents have gone through.
Right.
Similar to how we're like moms, we think about our parents in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just moments in your life where you get that realization.
Yeah.
I think it's like a really small thing, but like even when we go shopping, if like Kai asks for something that he really wants, like a one Hot Wheel car or something, and you get it for him and he's like so excited, it makes me so happy. So it's like, I wonder if, this is how our parents felt when they got us like, like a little art set or some random Play-Doh or something, and we're all so excited. Like, it's like, they probably felt the same way that we feel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going based off that is kind of random, but I feel like all of us, our parents were not like, they kind of grinded all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like from the bottom
Yeah.
to the top. So like, obviously you guys as parents want to make it for your kids, like financially, but do you want to like put them in a position where they're kind of good, or do you want them, like I think about it for me, like even if like I'm up, I would still want my kids to struggle.
Oh, they're working
yeah.
at all the
Yeah.
fast
I would
food
act-
restaurants.
Oh yeah, they're working.
Yeah, they're not getting no
They're not
car when
getting
they're
it.
16.
Yeah.
They can take the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
I think it's like, if you have the resources, obviously use it, but you want to be able to instill good work ethic.
Yeah.
Like you don't want them being lazy or taking the easy route out.
Yeah.
But like completely off topic, but like I feel like the younger gen is going to be super fried
Yeah.
with like AI, chat GPT and all this stuff like that. Like they're not going to be able to like know how to sit down and actually comprehend anything or like have to like work super hard to like process things. Maybe it's not, it might be completely irrelevant later on when they're like in the workforce and stuff like that. But
That's true. The generation is very different.
and like even like YouTube shorts and IG reels and all this stuff, everything's like, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And then after that, you have no attention span.
Yeah.
I feel like their generation would be a little bit different.
For sure.
But going back to the point, I feel like if you have resources, obviously use it.
Yeah.
But I do want them to work hard.
Yeah.
Anyone have anything unexpected happen during their pregnancy?
What do you mean by unexpected? And do you want TMIs or do you want like just random stories or do you want
Just anything.
Oh, like you know, like when you know, like you think it's a gender,
Something like
and
that.
something might be a different gender.
Well, I think the whole world knows about this because every time I go to an event, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, like we triple check." But anyways, so typically when you find out the gender of your baby, it's either when you do an NIPT test, which is around 10 weeks pregnant, when you're 10 weeks pregnant, or you wait until your anatomy scan where you're 20 weeks pregnant. Most of the time people wait till 20 weeks because they don't want to pay for the NIPT. So anyways, I waited until 20 weeks. We went to this ultrasound clinic. The lady was so
Do you want to name that ultrasound clinic?
No, thank you. I don't want to give them
Did
business.
she say like I'm 99%?
No, she's just like, oh, I'm the one that's always doing the anatomy scans here, whatever, and making me feel like, oh yes, I got the best technician or whatever.
Sorry?
And then I guess at that time, like Amari wasn't really cooperating, like to get her angles and shots or whatever she needs to get. So she was kind of struggling. So anyway, she checked the gender. I got it in an envelope. And then I had to go back to her again for part 2 of the anatomy because she had to get some snapshots. So she checked the gender again. She gave it to my sister. So she had 2 tries.
That's what we did. That's what we did.
And then
did
we
2
got
tries.
home.
I did too as well this time.
Yeah,
around.
we got home like I don't know, the weekend of or whatever. We did the gender reveal. We saw that we're having a girl or whatever. And obviously I initially wanted a girl. So I was so happy. And then like somewhere later down in my pregnancy, like it's just like the NTs come up to you and be like, oh, Vandi Apata, Padiyan Mari or whatever, right? And then like, I'm like, you know what? You know how after you do that 20-week scan, you have to wait until 30 weeks.
30 something.
So that's like a huge gap.
Yeah.
So I went for that. This time I went to a different ultrasound clinic.
Wait, pause. So you knew it's a girl, and then people, even after you telling them it's a girl, they're saying it's a boy.
Yeah, you know how they look at your belly shape, but it's like older people.
Okay.
Right? And then, so I went for the 30-week scan, this time to the ultrasound place that my OB suggested me to go because she wanted all the anatomy scan stuff to be redone because the images weren't clear. I go there and I'm like, oh, by the way, can you reconfirm the gender at the end? So the lady gets all her stuff she needs. She calls Nirsan in the room. I'm laying on the bed like this, okay? And then she's like, oh, congratulations, it's a boy. I literally went from 180 degrees up to 90 degrees. I'm like,
And if you know, that is very difficult to do.
yeah, at 30 weeks pregnant. Like I went so fast. I'm like, what? They told me it was a girl. And I'm like
Tears?
like, yo, this lady probably thought I was crazy. But like Nirsan's like, doesn't even look disappointed. He actually looked quite happy because I think he low-key wanted a boy, but like he changed his mind because I wanted a girl. Anyways, I left that ultrasound clinic and I called up my sister, bawling my eyes out. She thought something happened, so she was freaking out. But then now it's like a joke.
Yeah.
Now it's like funny to look back to. But I think, I don't know, in that moment, it was like, damn, I should have triple checked.
No, you can't. I mean,
So
it
then-
happens all the time.
Yeah, but it's just like everyone around me was pregnant at the time. And like it happened to nobody except me. And so I'm just like, wow. So then like months afterwards when other people were pregnant, they'll be like, oh yeah, because of what happened to you. Like,
Oh yeah, I
double
triple
checked.
checked because of
Yeah,
you too.
yeah, I know. So I'm like, oh, well, whatever. It's benefiting other people. But yeah, things like that happened. That was an unexpected thing for me. And even the day I gave birth, I still wasn't convinced. I'm like, I need to see that part to believe it. So then as he's coming out, they're like, it's a boy. Because they saw,
And then
you
she's
know.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think there's like a nub thing. And some people confuse that because
Also, sometimes a baby doesn't cooperate, like she was saying. Because I remember with my first one, I had to come back or something too, because Vian was just not, like, I had to go on my side. She was telling me to roll over.
Yeah.
Like, this time around, it was so easy. But the first time, it was like really, So I think you just,
What's funny is when we were driving to the
That's
hospital.
why some people do the
we
blood
were actually
test
talking
one. You have to
about
pay for
you.
it because it's 100%
Me and Lucia were like,
accurate.
imagine if it's like Herenia and it's actually not a boy and it's a girl. Like, that would be so crazy. And then we're like, we don't have any girl
already
names.
went
What
about
would
girl
some girl
clothes, so-
names?
Yeah, so, oh my God, the story got funnier. So we came home and I'm like freaking out because this is 3 weeks before I was gonna give birth.
Yeah.
I had my hospital bag packed, all the laundry done. I was like ready. So then I think I was getting so nervous that I had to start again. And like, I remember that day, me, Nirsan, and my sister, we went to the mall and then I started buying the clothes again. But I didn't buy too many girl clothes. A lot of it was gender neutral. But there was just like some clothes that I'm like, oh, this is so cute, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think my scenario was like an unexpected, like, I wouldn't say it's negative. It was like positive.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are like stories where there's like unexpected turns, you know, like, I guess during labor and stuff, you never know what's going to happen.
There's so many
that people
stories.
also go through. So I think that's part of the reason why during pregnancy, a lot of people are cautious because there's just...
You just never know.
Yeah, you just always have to be careful.
Yeah.
A lot of moms say they don't have time to work out. How do you guys find time?
Sometimes I'm just really tired. But really, you do. It's an excuse.
But when I was pregnant with Amari, like I did not. Oh my God, this is going to defeat the purpose of what I'm going to say. But when I was pregnant with Amari, like I just was not, I don't know, like I didn't feel motivation to be physically active. And I feel like I felt that towards the end. Like, you know, I was just more exhausted, more tired. Even after giving birth, like getting up for me was hard. And that's so important after you give birth. I know like they say like there's don't work out, don't do that. But I do think that helps.
Absolutely.
Right? Like it's not even only for physical, but like mentally, right? So even me right now being part of this Supermom group, like I find it shocking that I'm getting up, walking on this walking pad every day. It's not something I normally do. Nirsan's shocked. Like, I think it's like a good, like, I feel better. Yeah, I feel better. Like, I look forward to doing something every day. And then it's just like, I feel better doing it.
You just feel more accomplished in life. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with. Download the app. Download the app.
Those are real life words. We ain't making nothing up over here.
Yeah.
Did you guys also know if you're a pro user of the Supermom group habit, you can go to group training sessions,
which we do.
And you guys are about to hit 4.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And do you know what that means?
Yeah.
If you pay $8 a month for the pro membership, you just pay $2 per group training session.
Usually group training sessions are like $60 anywhere.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're able to do it with like-minded people that have the same goals and just motivate each other is amazing, if you ask me.
No, also I'm struggling to just work out on my own because I'm so tired.
Right.
So
this
sometimes
is like motivating.
The group thing actually motivates me to get up because I'm like, yo, other people are there too.
Yeah.
I work better when I have other people doing stuff.
Because you feel like you don't want to let the other person down by flopping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be joining you once I'm cleared by my OB next Monday.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh, nice. Sick.
Like gradual.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he can like modify stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Are dads actually useful?
Absolutely. At least the one I
Hell
married.
yes.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
I think I can say this on behalf of all of us, but we have like pretty involved husbands, dads.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I genuinely feel bad for you if you married a scum.
I've been saying, I'm sorry, I feel so bad for people that have degenerates as husbands because I think
This is posted on my account, but none of these words are mine. So any dads out there who are bums, I do apologize.
Fix up.
No, get up and do work.
it's
Remember when
wild.
Kim Kardashian said that? She got blasted?
Oh, yeah.
No one wants to work anymore. Get up.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually wild because I think having a partner that's really hands-on with your pregnancy and your kid and all that stuff makes a whole different, it's a whole different experience compared to like, let's say someone that's expected to do everything themselves as like the mom.
Yeah.
Like I've been in situations where like we've been to like some random family party at like some banquet hall and some random relatives like, oh, like where's your son and stuff? And I'm like, oh, he's at home with his dad. Or like, sorry, he's like over there with his dad and stuff. And they're like, oh, you guys have it so lucky. Like your husbands do everything for you guys. And we're like, well, yeah, it's like a partnership. It's not.
A lady who said that or a guy?
It's a lady. It was a lady.
Like our
She's an
parents'
older lady.
generation,
It was an
that's what
older
they
lady
think.
just being like, oh, you guys have it so lucky because your husbands do so much
Or they'd be like,
for you
Ketti
guys.
Karen, like about the dad, because they're shocked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come we don't get katikaris?
No, we get, வேலை வெட்டி இல்லாமல் இருந்து குண்டி ஆற்றால் வீட்டுல.
Vandim gundim.
Yeah, no. I think it genuinely, like, I big ups to like any single parents men or women that do it, because I can't imagine having to do life and just having a kid in the mix, having to do it on my own.
Yeah.
There is no way like I would be able to survive like without Mayu, like, because when I need a break, he is there to pick up. And if he needs a break, I'm there to pick up. And, you know, a lot of people like just like, for me personally, it's 50-50 in our household. Like it's not anything else. Like, you know, we both work and we both respect each other's jobs. And so we do what we can to make sure each one of our lives are easier in order to be the best versions of ourselves for our kid. And I feel like a lot of people can't relate to that. And I genuinely feel sorry for people that have to like it's like 90-10. And now I understand there is like, obviously if your husband's job is extremely demanding, that's one thing. It's a little bit different in my opinion, because as the mom, and if you have maternity leave and you're at home, you're going to do a lot of the load. But I think just being a good person to your partner, even if you can't show up for your kid like 50% of the time, I think that goes a long way as well. So, yeah.
What's one thing that dads do really well in general?
I don't know. He does everything that I do, so I don't know what he does differently. That's, you know.
So why does your son like him better?
Yeah, that I could. You know what? Actually, I think that men play with the kids. That sounds wrong. How do I say this better? Like I'm more of like
the guy's better.
No. I think it's more because boys, like men, like Mayu, for example, even with my nephews, he's always constantly playing with them. Like the energy level is like crazy, you know? Whereas with me, I'm like there to like, I just want to coddle him and I want to hug
so
him.
You're boring.
And like kids don't necessarily care for that, I guess sometimes. Like when Vian's sick, he'll only sleep with me. Like he'll fall asleep in my arms because I know how to like make him, I don't know, maybe I don't know what it is. But with Mayu, like when, like he just wants to play with him all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week. So yeah, I don't have the energy, especially now. There's no way.
Fair.
I think it's a little different in our household.
Oh yeah, solo.
What was the question again?
She's one of the children.
Jess is the chosen one.
What was the question? Like, she was saying how she's
Kids like the boys better.
kids like the dads better.
Yeah,
I do. I'm pretty sure Kai likes Dushiv just as much as he loves me. But I think for us it's like Dushiv's not necessarily a stern parent because we're both kind of ass clowns, but like he is the sterner parent in our household, considering.
Yeah.
But like for bedtime and stuff like that, like you said, Mayu is always the one that has to take to bedtime.
I do naps, he does bedtime.
Yeah. Dushiv is very insistent. I can't even speak.
Sounds
3 brain cells. That he'll take Kyle into bedtime because he could put Kai out within 15 minutes because Kai's going to be super sleepy when he goes to bed. If I take him to bed, he is up for an hour or like 45 minutes or an hour, 45 minutes because we are doing everything except sleeping, like finger puppets. He's telling me stories, all this stuff. He's talking to his fake friends on the phone, making me talk to them. Like we're doing everything and anything except for sleeping. And I did hear or read that apparently kids do feel more comfort with their moms. So that's why bedtime and stuff does take a little bit longer sometimes because they feel more comfortable. I'm just covering my ass in case Dushiv watches this.
Smart.
Because every time Dushiv does come to the door, we just pretend like we're both sleeping. We're like...
Now he's going to know. What about you, Rania?
So I think in my household, I would say like with regards to Amari, it's 50-50. I think there's just certain tasks we now have like not assigned, but it's like we know we're doing that for the day, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So like right now, like your son would get up in the morning, wake up Amari, like prepare whatever needs to be done downstairs. And then I would come downstairs with his clothes and then, you know, we'd give him his food. I'd brush his teeth.
Yeah.
And then, like he's at daycare for most of the day, but like when he comes home, like Nirsan would be the one doing pickup and drop off. And then like I would be playing with him at that point, and like bedtime, like I do.
Right.
So sometimes I think Amari's at the age where he kind of knows which parent is going to give what.
Yeah.
So he'll kind of like, if I say no to something, he'll run to Nirsan and vice versa. So he kind of knows how to get his way with certain things with us. But like, I don't know. I just think it's like, it's nice having both parents involved. And I think it's like, because we come from like a household where our parents in that time, it's like, I know my mom was doing 100%. Right. like if I go back and I ask my dad, oh, like, so how was diaper changes or something? He'll be like, "Ina ka teri yada." I'll say that, right? Like he knows nothing.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's like the fact that Nirsan's so involved with Amari. Like when Amari grows up and he asks about his childhood, like Nirsan will have so much to say, right? Because he's so involved in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's really dependent upon the person too. Like, do you want to be that kind of parent, right? And I think a lot, I'm basing this off of things I see online. I feel like a lot of like millennial dads are really like
stepping up.
Yeah, they're stepping up.
Absolutely.
They're doing a lot.
Yeah, for sure. As they should. Yeah,
that's true. So for you, obviously you're doing 100% of the work currently for your child.
Keep cooking those organs.
Your husband doing 100% of everything else.
Yeah, like I haven't cooked since I got pregnant. I've been milking it. I can't drive either because I'm pregnant. Can't do anything. He's helping me, right, Rax?
He's shaking his head.
I don't know whether you're serious or not.
No, I'm being serious. I'll tell him I can't drive. He has to drive me.
Oh my God.
Oh.
No, ask her. She's like, well, how'd you come? I'm like, Rax, I can't drive.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, he's been really helpful. We've been cooking. Like, especially when he works from home, I'm like, yes, he has to make me food.
If I'm being honest with you, that will show you how he will be as a dad as well. Because I remember Mayu being like amazing with Vian. Just wow. And he translated that into being a great dad too. So
let's clap for Rack.
But also, like, I think a lot of kids like him too. Like, I men that are like generally.
Hold on.
I actually think he's the same age.
It's Mayu, Rack, and then me.
Yeah. Like, I think I notice like men in general that are really good with kids. Like, I think they just end up being good dads.
Yeah. Actually, facts. When you're ready.
Come in 2027.
Yeah.
You hear it here first.
Yeah, like this is daddy material right here.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, we'll see what happens. But I love all the kids around me.
It's gonna be Appa Talks in the Dune.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
All the kids.
Oh my God, we should do one with all the kids.
I feel like Tanuska's noise got louder.
This is her at her like a day before her wedding, where she's trying to look at Nadoon's outfit.
Oh
yeah.
Tanu?
Hi.
No.
How important is it that your husbands are nice to you guys while you're pregnant?
Yeah. I think I'm just mean sometimes with the hormones.
Yeah.
Is it as important as after you have the kid? Before you have the kid?
Oh my God.
I think it should say that, like, I think during pregnancy, you're just so hormonal. Like, I cry for everything. So, like, if Mayu is just, like, normally, like, how he's being, but, like, his tone is a little bit, like, you know, I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? And then I start crying. And then he's like, he'll literally be like, I said sorry. Like, he's like, oh my God. But like this time around, I've been a little like.
I haven't been crying. I just get irritated. I just get like, bro, just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what happened? Nothing happened. I'm like, just don't talk to me.
Yeah. I think your hormones just kind of go crazy. So I think men need to understand that a little bit when they're, you know, and I think Mayu does a good job, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I feel like he forgets that I'm pregnant and then it goes back to like, and I'm like, I'm pregnant. And then he was like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With my second pregnancy, I was definitely a little bit more spicier.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that side.
Yeah, I was just a little bit more spicier in general, not necessarily with douche, but just very spicy and very sassy.
Yeah.
And I blamed that on the pregnancy, but honestly, there's a really good chance that like it wasn't anything to do with my pregnancy and I'm just an asshole. Yeah, I think like when you're pregnant, your husband is obviously like treating you like a queen, whatever. And you kind of want that back when you have the kid, because no one cares about you after you have a kid.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants to know what the baby's doing. No one cares about how you're doing. No one wants to see if you want to go for brunch. It's just like, did the baby eat? God damn it.
You want to go for brunch?
I'm so down. Take me.
Wait, does it hurt your feelings when people go like, oh, so where's the baby?
No,
Or, like,
no, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, it's still your baby. Like it's just like
I think it makes me feel happy that people care about my kid.
Yeah.
Like, I know that a lot of women do talk about this, and they say like, you know, they don't even care about me anymore. But it's also like how I see it is, no, they care about you so much that they care about your kid a bit more. Like, and that's okay. Like, I want to be surrounded around people that care about my kid. I'm doing fine. Like I'm grown. I can figure it out for myself.
It's nice when you see like your friends and your like family and everyone just be like, oh, how's the baby? What is he doing? This and that. So it's like, yeah, it's cute.
I don't think people do it on purpose, you know?
No, because I was thinking like, I've noticed like a lot of people go straight to the kid.
Yeah.
Like I try not to do that.
Yeah.
I can't help myself.
Hug me every time you see me.
I know. Sometimes I can't help myself. I'm
You're a
like,
little
move.
different. Is it a high five?
I was doing a pause and this guy went for the high five. So I'm like, okay, fine.
No, because I always see it happening, and at a certain point, like it probably does feel kind of shitty a little bit.
No.
No, not at all.
No. I'd rather don't.
You just said the brunch thing, like isn't that a little?
No,
bit?
that's just because I'm a fat ass and like I want
Princess
to go eat.
Okay.
I'm talking about like if someone's I'm not gonna be like actually upset if someone's asking about my
They're not
kid
upset,
before.
but isn't it like a little sad? Like
No.
No.
It's your
I think
kid.
maybe when you have your kid initially, I think people should be like, yeah, hey, like how are you feeling? How are you doing? You know. But I think like Vian's like what 20 months now. Like it's okay. Like if people are like, oh, like what's Vian doing? Show me Vian. I'm like, okay, like yay. Like you know,
I think
I'm not
like
okay.
during like right after you give birth, you kind of like I think I follow type of way at times where like people just come go for the baby. Like I remember right after I gave birth, like my sister FaceTime called to tell my dad that I had the baby. And like he actually asked what I was doing before he didn't care to see the baby. He was like, "Oh, abal na sira."
My parents both walked in and went straight to the baby. I don't even think they hugged me.
My mom went straight to the baby saying my tangam, and then my dad came straight to me. And then I was like, it's a meme. It is a meme. And this lady, like we were like, look where they went and stuff. And she's like, oh, this is my baby. Yeah. And my dad was like, oh, well, this is my first baby. So whatever. So I'm like, okay, fine.
I've talked to Maya about this because like, obviously for me, like both my parents went to Vian, and that's fine. Like I didn't expect anything different because like that's how they were raised. I'm not like, you know, I'm not upset about it. But I asked Maya this. I was like, oh, like if you have a son or a daughter and they end up having a kid and they tell us to come to the hospital, like what would you do? And he's like, no, I'd go straight to my kid first. I'm like, okay. But that's now being a parent, seeing what you see and having these conversations. Like our parents didn't know that. So it's okay. But
But I feel like a lot of our perspectives have changed since we have kids.
Yeah, that too.
Even like the whole, like, would you ask your friend, like if you had a baby and stuff and then I wasn't pregnant or I didn't have a kid or something, I would be like, where's Vian? Right? But now it's like as we've all been through it, it's just like, oh, how are you feeling? This and that.
How was your labor?
Even like postpartum and like pregnancy and stuff like that. It's like before pregnancy you would be like, okay, like whatever. But once you go through it yourself, then you're like, okay, this person might be feeling this. Let me check in on them or whatever it is, right?
So much different. I think I'm a better person now because of my pregnancy to the
same.
people that are pregnant around me than if I didn't experience that for sure. Yeah.
I think something that's not talked about a lot, and no, obviously you guys go through what you go through. I think from the dad side, not a lot of people talk about like what they go through.
I wish Mayu would like. Sometimes I talk about it on my page about how amazing he is, and like I remember I made a video I think about like men don't get their flowers enough, or like dads don't get their flowers enough after having kids, because like I was like blown away with like how much like Mayu changed as a person and like how much he showed up for me and Vian. And you know, like okay, personally not everyone's gonna agree to this, but like, you know, like a push present, right? For me, I was like, I don't want a push present, because if I'm getting a push present, that means I have to get Mayu a push present too. I get it. I know I might get flamed for saying this. Like, oh, like he didn't go through the 9 months. He didn't carry. His body didn't change. His life doesn't change as much. But I disagree with that. Like, yes, okay, he didn't physically carry the child, but that's not his like, what's it called? Like, what's the word?
You better be careful.
No, he can't. He doesn't have a choice. He cannot physically carry a child.
By association
so,
right now.
but if he could, I'm sure he would take some load off of me, right? But he showed up in every other way. He took on all of my mental load, especially my first pregnancy, he helped out in every way that he could.
Cover your face.
No, but he did. And I'm like, and even after I gave birth, if it wasn't for him, because I went through postpartum depression, and I feel like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to survive. So like, yeah, no, for sure.
The depression sitting beside.
Is the depression in us right now?
No.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
I'm so happy we can laugh about that because that was stressful times, guys.
The depression part was a joke.
No. That it had everything to do with me changing as a person and me feeling like my life was done.
Okay.
Okay, that took a turn.
Did you feel like after you gave birth, you had to like refine, like,
100%.
Yes.
find your identity again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I struggled
Especially
with the
with-
most.
Yeah, and like going back to your job, like how did that feel?
Oh my Lord.
the
I found
motivation.
it so hard. Like, I think when you give like your, pre-mom life and then transitioning into becoming a mom, that's one challenge. Cause it's like, no, everyone can tell you everything, but you can never be prepared enough. Like you kind of just have to take this whole role of being a mom. You gotta go with the flow. Right. And then it's like, I think for me, like, in the beginning of mat leave for me, I was kind of okay with this whole new phase of my life because I'm like, yes, no work. I got to be at home. But then I think I realized what type of person I was while I was on mat leave.
Oh, I agree.
Like I initially thought mat leave is for me. I can see myself, being a stay-at-home mom and doing this, whatever. But then I'm also not that type of person that would go out and have me time and like, do things for myself. Like I'm a homebody. So I feel like that got to me after a point. And I think towards the end of mat leave, I was like, oh, maybe I'm okay to go back to work. Cause I feel like for me, that's my outlet of doing something for myself.
But did you feel like when you went back to your job, you were the same like ambitious person, or like, or you felt like you were just doing the job just to do the job because you have things to do when you go home?
Like I think my goals kind of changed, right? First of all, when I went back to work, that transition was kind of difficult for me just because like, I'm leaving Amari, he's going to daycare or whatever. And then now I have to like shift my mindset from 100% of my time being spent with a child to now dividing it, right? But I just feel like some way along the road, you just figure it out. Like you kind of discover a new version of yourself. I now like feel so much better than I felt like last year this time. Like, it's just like, I don't know, you can't like already have things thought of in your head of how things are going to go. You just kind of have to go with it and figure yourself out along the way. And I think I discovered, I don't know, a newer and better version of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you having a kid?
Next year, guys.
She's getting, these two are getting free training from
This
all
is,
of us.
guys, this is not NC 724 Supermoms group. This is actually therapy for Nadoon and Tanuska as we are prepping them for the journeys of the future as being mother and father.
To your kids. I like that answer.
I'm tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
Honestly, seeing you guys do it is literally what made me be like, yo, I am ready. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Before it, I was like, I want to have a kid when I'm like 35. I was very big on that and like focusing on my career. But then when I saw everyone doing it, I'm like, yeah, we could do this.
Yeah.
We can still have our life.
Yeah.
But like, I've had this conversation with a lot of my friends, and it's almost the same thing with everyone. You do kind of lose that drive to like climb up the corporate ladder and all this stuff and grind it out and whatever. Because
You lose it?
yeah. Like you might want to grind it out into other things, but you don't want to spend 24/7 working. Like you're not like, I don't, before when I was younger, if I had to stay into work till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock to do stuff, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'm just grinding it out, whatever. But now it's like you have a kid at home. You want to spend time with them. You don't want to be like in the older generation where they go to work and they come back and you're sleeping and you don't really get to spend time with your kids. So it's like, I've had that conversation with a lot of our friends where it's like they're even taking a step back from their careers and stuff just to find like a better work-life balance. Like going back to the whole identity thing, I think it took, like I thought we were good in the sense that like, oh, like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm myself, this and that. I think it took like maybe like a year and a half until I was like, oh, like I could still do the stuff that I was doing beforehand. Like sports, for example, huge thing. Cause it's like, it does kind of weigh on you because you're like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that anymore. But once you're kind of back into your routine and your kid is kind of just like a part of you, and not necessarily your whole life, but it's like they're adapting to your lifestyle, you're adapting to their lifestyle, but it's not like you need to make sure that your entire life circles around them, if that makes any sense.
I will say though,
She has the talking stick. I was gonna say walking stick.
No, I just had a question. That whole thing that you mentioned about like the losing your drive to climb the corporate ladder or whatever, do you think that's like a mom thing or a both parent thing?
I
Do you
think
that's more so like a...
I don't know. I can't say, no, I don't know. Like, I still feel like dads are still just as driven to climb that corporate ladder. I don't know.
I'm driven, but losing that, I mean.
I feel like I've heard stories about it being the opposite for dads.
I feel like from our perspective, like, Dusha's still like, yo, I'm going to do whatever the hell I need to do to whatever. I'm like, I just want work-life balance.
I feel like for me and Mayu, it's opposite. Like, I'm the one that's like, I want to retire you. I want to make more, like, I want to make enough money for Mayu to be able, and Mayu's like, hurry up and retire me. He's like, I'm over it. Like, I don't want to work anymore, like, kind of thing. And I feel like my work ethic got 10 times better when I became a mom.
Because you have limited time, right?
Yeah, and
You
like
have
for
to,
me, I
schedule
just want to
everything.
I want to boom so that I can give us that life that I envisioned for us one day. And for me, so my drive is like, I feel like it's like my work ethic is more insane than it was before I became a mom. Like
I want to rephrase
rephrase
what I said. I'm talking about like corporate, like that stuff.
Yeah.
Like let me work X amount of hours to get this promotion,
I
to
know
do
exactly
this
what
and
you
stuff.
mean.
Like everyone's still grinding it out in other aspects and stuff. But I think when there's like that whole opportunity cost, it's like if you're spending this much time, what are you losing out on?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm
Also,
not going to spend this much time to do something somewhere else where I could be spending time with my
Are
kid.
you replying to emails off hours to climb the corporate ladder?
Yeah.
Also, like, my job is a little different, so it's a little easier, like, in a sense that, like, I'm at home with him regardless if I'm working. It's not easier, but I'm at home all the time with him. Like,
I would say being at home is a little bit trickier because
it is, but my job is also filming content, so like I'm able to like include him in my videos and things like that because I do have him on social media. If Vian wasn't on social media, it would be tough. It would be tough. It would be really hard for me to continue doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
And I can't speak on what you asked because like most of the conversations is with the moms and stuff. And I feel like all the moms are on the same page and stuff like that. Everyone's just like, yo, work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like not that our job is easier.
I think it's because we go on
we have a
maternity
different type
leave.
of hard, different type of like
But I think
freedom. But for you, I think because you have that 9 to 5,
Maybe
the
go
guilt,
to
the
the
guilt
office.
is a little bit different when you don't get to spend time with your kids and like
and also going on mat leave for a whole year and then going back to work sucks.
my
And I'm pretty sure that's why people have kids back to back because
that was so hard.
you
I'm
feel
already
so
calculating,
guilty.
like, when do I have to go
Me
in
too.
to do
I'm like,
this?
oh my God, I have 11 months minimum and I'm like, maybe I'll go for 18 months and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's wild. 18 months? What? Oh, I'm not going back to
Because
that.
you technically have to go back. In order to go back, you have to work a certain
6
number
months.
of hours.
6 months
To go on again.
to
So you have
qualify
calculate
for
it.
I think I can kind of answer the question you asked, Tanuska, because this is like a conversation me and Nirsan have all the time. Like he has a very demanding job, corporate job.
Yeah.
And I think he always had a goal of like where he wanted to be at with his job.
Yeah.
And I think after we had a kid and then I think he just valued time more. Like before you were always thinking about like, oh, I need to get this done at work, that done at work. And like putting aside time to spend with your kid. Like I think he enjoys that. So like lately he's been having this do I really, do I really want to do this at work? Do I not want to do this at work? And he's constantly telling me, and I'm like, well, this was always your goal.
Right.
Like you always wanted to do it, right? Like I think he's thinking about these kind of things because he doesn't want that to impact Amari and like, building a family and stuff. So I said, again, you just kind of like, we'll figure it out as it goes. If that's where you want to go, that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
Like, we just have to figure it out. But I think from my perspective, I'm just so different. Like I'm happy where I'm at with my career. Like I'll retire there.
Yeah.
But I feel like I kind of knew ahead of time that I can't have a stressful job when Nirsan has a demanding job. So I made that switch in my career even before having kids.
Right.
Right. So I feel like with our jobs, it's like a good balance.
Yeah.
So I think even if like Nirsan wanted to move up the ladder, I think I still can make it work.
Yeah, you
with
can
what
handle
I'm
it.
doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the thing is with having kids, you kind of have to like be 100% ready in every aspect. Like, are you physically ready, mentally ready, financially ready? Like there's so many things to think about that no one really talks about. Like some people just think, oh, you can just have
wing
kids
it.
whenever you want, but you don't realize the reality of all the factors that are involved in having a kid until you have kids.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, you know, I think people need to stress the importance of those factors.
But I feel like if you're waiting for a perfect time to do anything, it's never going to come. I have a tick in my neck and I'm just like looking this
Especially
direction.
if you don't have a lot of help too.
Yeah, what
But
about
I
you?
feel like that's with everything. though.
I said, yeah. Also, when you don't have a lot of help too, it's harder too. You just
Yep.
gotta do stuff.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got you. Don't worry. I'll help you.
Even the fact that I'm pregnant and like Rax is never home, I feel like unless I get up and put the food, like most of the time I'm tired, so I'm like, I'll just sleep through. And Rax like, how many times did you eat? I'm like, oh, twice. He's like, you should be eating more, but I'm like, oh, I'm so lazy.
How many times are you eating a day?
No, like, you know, because I'm so tired, sometimes I'll just sleep and I'll have 2 meals instead of 3. Or, you know, there's little things like that. I'm so lazy that I'm like, oh, when Rax is home, I'm like, bless, he's going to cook for me all day. So I think that's hard. So now I'm thinking, oh my God, when I have kids, what am I going to do? I'm going to have no help. So yeah.
No, yeah. The help aspect is huge too.
Yeah, I actually think that was like one of my biggest fears going into this whole journey because I already knew, okay, I have very limited help. And then I kind of like tried to prepare myself knowing that I'm going to go into something where a lot of it is going to be on me and my shoulders. But the reality is like there is a huge online community for moms and you won't even realize that there's a lot of people out there going through the same thing as you. You might think in that moment, oh, it's just me that has a situation, but there's so many people that are going through the same things and everyone you kind of just figure it out.
Yeah.
I need you guys each to say something nice to the father of your children.
I love you so much. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, we didn't ask for anything weird like that.
Wait, what did you want to say?
Something specific, please.
You're an amazing. You're an amazing father, and I know you know that. But Vian is very lucky to have you, and so am I.
I say this all day long. I'm very lucky. So is Kylan and so is Miles. This is a lot of pressure and I'm shy. I think you know, like dating someone and then marrying someone and seeing how that person is like a very, very nice thing to fall in love with. But once, you know, seeing you as like a father and now like a father of 2 and it's even more makes you make you fall more in love.
I was gonna say make more babies.
No, make more.
Yay, more babies.
Oh God.
Rania?
I'm trying to think of what.
He's gonna post this for Father's Day.
Oh my God.
Good, yeah.
No, so I'm gonna go off of what these girls said. Like, Nirsan, you're an amazing, amazing father. I don't say it enough. Like we're very like we don't express things as openly to each other, but from time to time. Amanda, someone is sick over there. Okay, but like but I think from time to time he actually asks me, "Oh, am I a good dad?" So I think when someone asks, it means they cared how they're doing with that role. So I think that itself is very important to me. And I think it's going to be a good thing for Amari. Like, I think he has someone very inspiring to look up to. And, just like him, I just never saw him in this kind of, you know, role and just seeing him do it. I think it's been a great journey. So I'm so excited to see, you know, like Amari and Nirsan just do their father-son thing together and just watch and be like,
I picked good.
Can I redo mine?
Yeah, that was so cute.
I think just building on what Harania said. I think obviously it would have been nice to have like a girl, like as a daughter and stuff like that. But now having 2 boys, I'm really happy I have 2 boys because they do have such a great role model in Dushiv, and knowing that that's kind of the person that they'll grow up into, like having that as a role model. Yeah.
No,
He's smiling. Look, he's turning red.
because I'm having a boy, I'm actually really excited to see a mini Rax because I feel like his personality and the person who he is like just who he is such a great human being that I just can't wait to have like a mini version of him. And
That you can believe?
I really pray that he has the baby. I was gonna say the baby's name. I really hope that the baby has Rax's personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like your
You know-
personality too, though.
You know what?
Yeah,
though?
but I'm chaotic.
I
Chaos is
was
fun.
hoping for Vian to have Mahi's personality, and he has my fucking personality.
Yeah.
no, I pray he has Rax's personality.
Oh yeah.
Kylan is me.
That was some good answers. I just gave you guys like
Dusha says it's
Brownie
okay,
points.
sexual
Vegan
pregnancy,
brownie.
because no,
I want you to put Mayu on the show, and I want to see what he says about me
I
now.
was actually thinking about doing a super dad with the dads instead of
Yeah,
you guys.
for
no,
sure.
man, it's gonna be a straight roast session.
Straight roast. I feel like.
Oh
you're
God.
Also, Tanuska, your turn to say something.
About who?
Me. Okay.
Oh, daddy.
Daddy.
Oh my god, are you trying to tell us something? Are you guys trying to tell us something?
No, absolutely not.
If you guys tell us you're pregnant on this, I will actually.
Absolutely not. Don't look at me like that.
I don't even
Actually, I'd be
happy.
happy.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, we're playing a little game here. You're gonna put your hand up if you think one thing, and you're gonna put your hand down if you think another thing. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go, and you put your hand up. I'm gonna tell you what the thing is, so don't look at me like that.
Okay.
We have a really hard time following instructions.
You keep saying we, but you keep asking for the repeated.
Wait, what do I do? I put my hand up. What? What is it? Did you say it?
You're right.
I'm gonna go into labor.
We indeed.
I demand an apology.
I do apologize.
Thank you.
That was instant karma.
She's
Okay,
so confused.
I'll ask a question.
Yeah.
Let me get to that part. Is that all right there, bud? Okay. If your kid gets bullied at school, hands up if you're pulling up to the school yourself. Chill out, fam. Hands down if you're letting the school deal with it. I said 3, 2, 1, go. Did mothers not pay attention?
Wait, we're putting our hand up to give you the answer or putting our hand up to say which one we're doing?
No. Hands up.
no, this is bad.
Hands
He's
up.
gonna say 3, 2, 1, and you put your hand in the direction that you.
What if we're like kind of like
In between.
I think it depends on how
Okay,
bad
Don't
it is.
do that, actually, but
okay?
don't put your
Oh my
hand up.
What kind of bullying? Like, is it just like name calling or is
He
it
got
like,
like punched in the face.
oh,
All right, so hands up if you're pulling up to the school. Hands down if you're letting the school deal with it. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1.
And this is if the kid got punched. Like if someone punched him.
Kid, so,
Hands up, you're pulling up, right?
someone punched your kid, your sons.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. Everyone's pulling up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm not pulling up to like beat the
him up.
kid,
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
up the kid.
Yeah,
We're
right.
pulling up to beat up the kid's parents.
Oh,
No. I'm pulling up. Yeah, I'm pulling up, but I would ask the school what they did about it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I don't want to like look like I'm
soft.
reckless or something
Oh.
and like get at the kid.
No one's trying to get
No.
You
Like, I don't
even have
want
to
Said
say that
anything about the
part.
kid,
But
but
That
also
just
like the
shows you're
teachers, like
crazy.
what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think I would want to. I think I need to be there to escalate it. Like I won't just leave it in the hands of the school to deal
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it. Like I need them to hear my piece.
yeah,
I think it's also a good thing for your kids to see that, hey, my parents got
have my back.
So, yeah. I think that's so important.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a big
I
one.
actually like remember like when my dad used to do that for me, and I still talk about it. So for sure.
Okay. Next question, very similar. Your kid's being a menace. Your teacher yells at the kid, pretty bad. Not swearing or anything, but yells at him. Kid starts crying. Hands up if you're confronting them, the teacher, the next day. Hands down if you're telling your kid to toughen up. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. to
Wait,
think
pause.
about it.
Yeah, I know my answer.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Can we elaborate?
Yeah, like I
okay.
feel like
Yeah,
it's dependent. Like
Can we
what
elaborate
she's
on
being-
our decision?
what's being
Yeah.
said and whatnot.
Like how much? Like they're being a menace,
Like if
They're-
like crazy. They were just being
they're,
too.
they're losing it.
oh
I think
okay.
I would backhand them. No, I'm joking.
Oh god.
Oh my god, we didn't cancel
Why is it
I
doing
would
so
spank
hard?
I would spank my kid if they're being a menace. Like I feel like I can only
Ovia,
gentle.
Ovia.
I would only gentle parent a gentle kid.
Ovia, maybe.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Do the next other people not vote?
Yeah, like my hands are down.
Oh,
Down.
Yeah.
Oh, down.
I
okay.
think
I
I'm
thought
like
I was having a brain aneurysm.
I think in reality I'm like an in between because I feel like I need to go and talk to the teacher or whatever to know what happened.
Yeah. I would still
Right?
want to know what exactly was said and what happened. But if
Yeah.
if it was my kid's fault,
Yeah.
then I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot
for
behave
sure.
like this. You can't treat your teachers like that. Period.
Yeah.
I think also being married to a teacher, I do see his perspective in a lot of
Yeah.
scenarios and situations and stuff like that. So obviously my first thing is going to be like, what did you do in school and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm not going to blindly believe
Just be like,
everything
yeah.
my kid
Yeah,
says, but at the same time I would have a conversation with the
Yeah.
teacher and be like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
really
yeah,
went
yeah.
down?
Like if it's something like if my child is like always such a good kid and this is like coming out of left field, I would go to like where, but let's just say my kid's always getting in trouble. I'd be like, brother, come on. Like,
Yeah.
you need to like stop being such a menace, giving your teacher such a hard
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
If your kid wants to quit a sport mid-season,
We don't raise no quitters.
No.
so hands up if you would essentially force them to finish the season. Hands down if you'd let them quit.
I think it depends. It's like
I'm going to be right here.
yeah.
I would tell them.
I
to
think if
tell
there's a
them.
valid reason,
Yeah, like
If they don't
I'll
like
be
the
more
sport, then
specific.
that's different.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
that's the
force
thing,
them
though.
to play any
because
sport
you know
that
what,
they
my
don't
mom
want
forced
to.
me to
To
do
do
a
dance,
dance, and
yeah.
I have so much regret, so much trauma from that.
I said sport.
Yeah,
That is a sport. Excuse me.
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
talking about sports classes, whatever it may be. I think it's a little tough. But
Ultimate frisbee, my
obviously-
dog.
Obviously, being like someone that loves playing sports, it would obviously devastate me. And if my child's like, I don't want to run track anymore, but I think there has to be a valid reason as to why. Like, if my kid's like, I really don't like it, I'm doing it because of you. That's reasons to quit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for me to be forcing my child to,
Yeah.
you know. But let's just say, like, okay, for example, like we really want to be in a instrument. Like, I think that's important. Like,
You're gonna put him inside the instrument.
Like play an instrument.
play an instrument or do
be
some
an
sort
instrument.
of music class.
Yeah.
I don't think he's necessarily going to like it. And I'm not going to force him to do like exams and go like high level, but I think just having that knowledge is important and like that discipline. So yeah, even if my kid says like, I don't want to do violin, I hate it, or I don't want to do piano,
Oh my
I'm
God,
gonna be like,
violin,
you know what, you
pianist.
go once a week, you can go. Like, you know, and if after this, whatever, you don't like it, then we can reevaluate, but you're going to finish it. So I think it depends on the situation. Yeah.
I think they should get to choose what they want to do.
Oh, 100%.
Because I feel like with me, like my parents put me in everything.
Yeah.
Like, all the sports, dance, music,
Yeah.
gymnastics, and then in the end, like she ultimately said, "Okay, don't play soccer anymore. Don't play gymnastics. Like just dance." That's when I started getting resentment because I'm like, if you let me choose, I would have chose so many other options.
Yeah.
Instead of dance first.
Right. Yeah.
If your kid lies to you, hands up if you'd punish them immediately. Hands down if you'd.
What kind of punishment?
What kind of lie?
Yeah.
Like, is it like I ate 2 granola bars when you
I think
actually
this
ate
is
9? Or
It's like like no TV or
Yeah.
no this, no that.
All right, we're gonna move on from this segment. Okay.
Wow, we're so bad at this.
I know there's no
No,
yes
but
or
it's
no.
also because it's like
It is
There's
tough,
gray area
yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even with the lie, it's like why do you
Why
feel
do they
the
lie?
need to
Exactly. That's what I
lie?
was thinking. Like, why
Are you
they
scared
lying
of
from
me? Like, why are you lying?
exactly, Yeah.
I also can only visualize a 2-year-old in these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
it's
trying
kinda
to
hard.
imagine like an adult, like a teenager. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like Kylan was at my parents' house and he told us that he only ate 2 popsicles. My mom said he ate 9.
Okay, no.
And then we're like, you ate 9 popsicles? He's like, maybe 9.
Oh my
So
goodness.
cute.
What's the weirdest thing someone has said to you while you were pregnant? I guess everyone can answer.
Brother, people tell me all the this pisses me off. Some people are like, "Oh yeah, you're having a boy for sure because you're so skinny," or like roles reversed,
Oh
like
my
one of the
God.
two. And I'm like, that's like crazy to me because I know women that have boys or girls and they either gain weight or they don't. Like it just goes both ways, and I think it's like a very dumb thing to say. That, and then also I've had people tell me not to work out, and because of some dumb stuff.
That one that people said
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
I struggled. I dealt with the internet and my parents, my first pregnancy because of that.
Or they'll say some of them will say because I haven't experienced being in my third trimester, they're like, oh yeah, in your third trimester you can't do anything, just stay home. Like I won't ask you. I'm like, no, I can do anything. Like like I can do it. Like why are you already?
You could drive too.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. I think I'm also just clingy. I want Rax there with me everywhere I go. But
even when you're going to sleep.
Yeah, I
at
am
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm very clingy. Okay, but yeah, like I don't like when people will be like, oh yeah, in your third trimester you can't do this. Like make sure you'll be home. Like don't do this. Don't sign up for that.
Yeah.
Why are you already making decisions for me? You don't even know if I'm gonna be okay or not.
I also cannot stand when people will be like, oh, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just because you're miserable doesn't mean I have to just wait to be miserable too.
Jiff it.
Did someone say this to you?
Yeah, people would be like, just wait until you have your first kid. Just wait until you have this. Just wait until you go through postpartum. Just wait until just wait until your husband stops. Okay, nobody said to be as miserable as you, and not everybody's pregnancy experience
Insert quack
is the same.
You're a quack.
You know, it's oh my god, it's crazy how many people have said things to me where like I'm just like, and that makes me want to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
You know, my ego could not. So I'm just like, no, you just wait until you're miserable and I'm living life.
I totally agree with this because it's almost like they're preying on your downfall. It's like, oh, your baby's sleeping through the night. Oh, just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we sleep trained him, you know how many people told me, oh, just wait. Just wait until he goes through sleep regression. Just wait until
you should wear a t-shirt that says just wait.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, okay, you know what? He's 20 months and he's still sleeping through the night and hasn't given us a hard time. Thank you very much. Just wait your ass.
Oh, when you have your kid, there's two things that you never tell anyone about. It's don't talk about how well your baby's sleeping and how well your baby's eating. Because as soon as you say that to someone, it is a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, like some people will literally just be like, oh, just wait. Or like, oh, it's easy right now. Just wait. And I'm like, why are you? Just because you're miserable. Just because,
you just have one kid right now.
Yeah.
Wait till you have two.
Yeah.
Wait till you have three.
Yeah. I hate when people do that. Or,
I didn't know it was a competition.
I know. It's like, what is this? The freaking suffering
Also, I
Olympics?
didn't ask. I didn't ask for your unsolicited advice. Thank you very much. Keep moving.
I'm so happy you said that correctly.
Yeah. Like,
I think before pregnancy, but after giving birth too.
Huh?
I think for me, like, I think I was annoyed about a lot of comments after giving birth.
That too.
Oh.
It's like, it's almost like people feel like they can say whatever because you don't know enough about how to raise a baby.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would have never chose to have one if I wasn't ready for this.
But it's also like, it's not, you're not the one helping me. I hate when people give me advice like, are you paying my bills or are you helping me raise my child? None. Yeah. Keep moving. And that goes to even my like parents. Like, I think that's where like the divide comes because like,
you need a bigger teacup.
Because for me personally, it's like if I'm not asking for help or you're not financially providing or you're not physically raising my child, I don't care how you did it.
Yeah.
I don't care because this is how I'm doing it and this is what works for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think in general, a lot of people like telling people what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless somebody asks for your advice. Yeah. Like,
I always
ask me like, oh yeah, like how was it when you started sleep training him or da-da-da, how did you feel,
but I'm
whatever.
specific on who I want to ask.
Yeah.
I don't ask people that I don't really care.
Exactly. I would never go to someone that doesn't want to sleep train their kids and be like, you must sleep train your kid. Right? Yeah. Like you can't.
I have a question, but I don't know if you guys already talked about that. But like how you guys all technically sleep train or don't sleep train your kid. Or
you guys all sleep
like,
train or don't sleep train your kid.
People watching this that want to know like what method to go about.
Because there's gonna be people watching this. That
so what are you guys aiming to do next year?
Say it in the thing because your mic is not on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, okay. Please, because I don't know what I just said.
Sorry. I just have a question because I know people are gonna want to know. So I know like you're very routine based. You guys are pretty free with Kai or were, right? And I feel like there's pros and cons to both. I don't know if you guys already talked about this.
No.
Because I know a lot of people watching are gonna want to know like how to go about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I'm
as someone that's
trying
to figure out like how to go about it. Like even me, like not that we're having kids, but I like to like I see both, but I also see the pros and cons of both. So I would be confused on how I want to go about it. Because in my head, it's like I'd want to be like have as much freedom and not give up my life. So I would think I don't really care to sleep train my kid, but at the same time, I understand the concept of routine. So it's like, is there a right and wrong thing?
No.
Or is it you just go?
I think you go your lifestyle and what makes sense for you.
Well, before you guys begin, for me, like I put my little crybaby ass child rack to sleep at around 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I heard he's annoying if he stays past that time.
Yeah.
You need to put him to bed by 8. Otherwise, he's very bad.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
keep going there.
You put some Vaseline on his lips before he goes to bed.
I'm just joking. I love you.
Yeah, like obviously I'm very like me and Mayu, we sleep trained Vian, and I think it was the best decision that we did for us because we crave routine, and we put Vian down for like 9, and then we get to have that alone time and don't have to worry about him until 9 in the morning. And so for me, I do love that, but I will say there is pros and cons to both. Like sometimes I wish, you know, he could stay up later, but then he becomes very cranky and the next morning is very difficult. And because he's sleep trained, when we go on vacations and things, it is a little difficult because we have to bring a slumber pod with us. We have to make sure the place has a crib because he doesn't know how to co-sleep with us. There's just a lot of things that sometimes like you don't realize, but I still stand by that. Even with my second kid, I will be sleep training because routine is something that I don't think I can give up.
Are you able to do
But
both?
yeah, I think Amari's pretty good. I feel like he's not as like as Vian. Like I feel like you did a
sleep
good
trained,
job
but
with
still,
that.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we sleep trained Amari like I think when he was 5 months,
Yeah.
but we knew that we needed to do that because
Yeah.
that's what was gonna work with our
Yeah.
lifestyle. But like I know initially, like when some people when they sleep train, they're specific on where they need to put their baby to sleep or
Like
whatever.
what we did.
Right?
We were very like
Yeah,
this.
but like me and Nirsan, we were more like lenient in the sense that like when we were scheduling Amari for his naps, we never put him in his bassinet or room. You know, like what is that thing? The snuggle me
Yeah.
lounger. We literally had it on the end of our couch. We put him in there. He would literally fall asleep in daylight
Yeah.
and do his naps. I wouldn't say I was even so strict with the nap thing. Like I know for a portion you're supposed to be giving them 2 naps or whatever
Yeah.
for how long. But sometimes if it doesn't like, if we miss it, I was like, okay with it as long as he gets 1 and for
Yeah.
a certain number of hours. But I felt like because we did do that, Amari was a little bit more flexible, like later on, like he can stay up past his bedtime and not be so cranky or like, he's willing to fall asleep anywhere. Like whenever he stays here, he's falling asleep on this couch. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't need to be in a dark room.
But he could still sleep at night.
Yeah. So I feel like you can still have a schedule, but not be so strict, and you could be a little bit flexible. Just, you know, I think it's okay to put them in different environments and let them experience things. But again, it also depends on your baby. Like not every baby is going to be the same. And I think that's so important to think and consider when having a kid, because I feel like naturally human nature is always to compare, oh, that baby's doing this. Why isn't my baby doing that? But
Every
you
kid's
don't know what
temperament's
you're
so
going to
different.
end up with, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Like-
you kind of have to work around with how your baby is. And yeah, like for Amari, like this kind of worked out for us. And we're
like
still doing that.
I told Maya with the second, we can't be as like Vian, we sleep trained at 4 months, and let me like I kid you not, we did not miss a nap at home. Like we were so thing about making sure he gets every single nap, and it had to be for like in a dark room with the sound machine. Until this day, we are almost like I can't even tell you the last time he's missed a nap. That does not happen in our household because it's just like it gives me and Mayu anxiety. So I told him with the second kid, we're not doing that. Like if we're on the go, the second kid is going to nap in the car. I don't care because my mental health suffered really badly when we did that with Vian, and it only got better when he was down to the 1 nap. Now I'm okay making sure like it's 1 nap. I'm always home, so I don't mind. But I'm like with our second, we can't be that way because bro, we go on vacation, the kid won't sleep unless we go back to the room to make him fall asleep. But it's temperament based too, because I know people like my sleep trainer. I made a video about this and I was like, oh, like I hate that he doesn't sleep anywhere but in a dark room, has to like whatever. And she was like, no, but it's temperament based. There's some kids that will literally fall asleep, even though they're sleep trained the same way that we did it. They will fall asleep by the pool. Right. So, but I told my, with the second kid, we have to be a bit more lenient because I can't. Vian like is so scheduled. Like they're like, he cannot miss a nap. He cannot miss his like bedtime. Yeah.
I'd like to think Amari's sleep habits, he inherited it from my family. Like aside from me, everyone else in my family can fall asleep anywhere in any kind of volume, whatever. My sister is number 1. So I think he kind of like maybe inherited this or something. I don't know.
For Kai, he was like sleep trained in the beginning, but then after a certain point, we Like he's very flexible in the sense that if he sleeps late, he'll wake up late. But yeah, he has a bedtime, but during weekdays and stuff, we try to stick to it. But we're not super anal where we're like, oh my God, it's 8:30. We need to be at home and whatever. If we're out and about, we're like, okay, cool. On weekends, obviously, we take him everywhere too. So he's used to that. So it's not like he's right at 8:30. He's like, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. He also has FOMO.
Yeah.
So if we are out, he wants to stay out as well.
Right.
So it works for us because we are usually out and about. So we don't have to be like, oh, we're going to leave this early because we got to take him to bed or whatever. But in the case that he's like, oh, I'm tired. Yeah, we're going to go home. But that happens like maybe once every like 5 billion years. But it works for us and even with the nap stuff, like we let Kylan nap in the daytime, bright as hell, loud as hell. And then nighttime is like, okay, quiet, noise machine, whatever it is. That way they can distinguish between nighttime, daytime. Miles, Kylan freaking sings Jingle Bells at the top of his lungs beside him while he's napping and he's getting used to it. So I think he'll be okay. But again, every kid is different. So
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with your kid?
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do.
My kid sleeps right at 8 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Shut up. Rack. What about you, Hopes?
I don't know what I want to do. I want to sleep train for sure, but I don't think I
Don't do what we did.
want to still have my life
Yeah.
and not be too.
I think you have
I don't know.
to be a little lenient.
Yeah. Like if I'm out, I don't want to be like, I have to go home.
Yeah, like we literally rush home all the
Yeah,
time. All the time.
I think if you have like a plan, don't be too, this has to work
Yeah,
exactly like this, because that's where you're setting yourself
Yeah.
up for disappointment if it goes the wrong way.
But if you were to talk to Maya about this, he would be like, no.
Yeah. Right.
Schedule. If it was up to him, the second kid would be we've had arguments about this. He does not agree. He's like, we need to do the same thing with like the second kid. But I'm like, no, my mental, like, unless you're going to be the one at home for all 3 naps, it's not going to work.
Solo.
So I don't know. I can't because it's just like on vacation, like for me, it's just like,
You want to go play football while you're at home? Yeah, that's what I thought.
no, he would. That's the problem with Mayu. He would stay home. He'd be like, for Mayu, he's also like all about like studies and sleep and reading things and whatever. But for me, it's just like we have to do what makes sense for us. And for me personally, that doesn't make sense.
But if they sleep a little bit later and they just wake up a little bit later.
No,
that's the
they're
problem.
getting the same
Vian
amount.
doesn't do
some
that.
kids wake up right at 6 o'clock. Like
Yeah,
they'll go
that's
sleep
the problem with Vian. Like
they're cranky.
if we leave here at 12, he's still waking up
Like
at
rats.
9. So Mayu's like, you're
it's
not
like an alarm
understanding. And sometimes he wakes up at 8. So Mayu's like, now he's getting 8 hours of sleep versus 12 hours of sleep. And then he wakes up cranky.
Yeah.
So then it's like, that's where Mayu really struggles because he's like, we should have left earlier. And I'm like, yes, you're right, but we never go out. So like, there's a little bit of,
Oh, okay. You're saying I don't get the
Some
sleep.
kids will sleep in.
Yeah.
Vian's not one of those kids.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do if you disagree with your husband and they say something else and you think something else?
I cry.
You compromise.
You cry? Okay. You compromise?
Yeah.
Seems like a better option than crying.
Yeah. Kind of meet in the middle. Sometimes you cry and then you compromise. I'm joking. Kind of meet in the middle.
What about you, Rania?
I feel like with regards to kids, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole
That's a
different
different
NidTalks, my guy.
That's a different episode.
I don't know. I feel like with regards to Amari and how we wanted to do things for him, like we kind of like were mostly on the same page
Yeah.
with stuff. Like we didn't really have different opinions with what we wanted to do for him. But there's just certain things where I would be like particular about things and Nirsan would be like, oh, like we were fine back in the days with
What the hell just happened?
shaving the head. That was one thing that we were kind of like disagreement on. Like Nirsan didn't want to do the shaving head thing at like
31 days, 41
yeah,
days.
31 days. And I wanted to. And I even had an appointment booked for it.
Did
and
you
he
guys
made me
shave
cancel
Amari's
it.
head?
No, we didn't. Guys, I didn't shave my son's head, but he has that full head of curly hair. Okay.
I shaved my son's head and he has thin hair. So
So like, I think but that's like not like a serious thing. You know what I mean? It's just like a preference, but like, there's just sometimes certain things where I'll be particular on because I watch all these like videos about like certain products, for example, where Nirsan will be like, oh, we didn't use that back in the day and we were fine. Like, we don't need that, right? I think those are the type of things that we disagree on for Amari. But yeah. I feel like, I think it depends on how strongly you believe about something for that
Yes,
disagreement.
yeah.
It's so funny. Today we went to go buy paint for our nursery.
You bought it?
Yeah, and then me and Max were literally disagreeing on the colors, and then we were just like, no, I want this one, no, I want this one, and I'm like,
Yeah. Actually, I remember with Vian's new room, Mayu was like very like stern about what color he wanted because I picked the previous one and he's like, you never asked me for, because I wanted to do like sage green or whatever. He's like, no, I want to do forest green. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I'm glad we did it. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Small battles.
Yeah.
yeah, I had to like fight my case. I won.
Wasn't it blue?
I was gonna, I switched to blue.
What did he want?
He wanted sage.
Oh.
That's what
I wanted sage first too. No, I wanted sage first, then I thought about my house with the sage house, and I was like, nah. I'm not doing it.
Why do you guys lie to your kids every day?
About what?
Everything. Oh, you can watch your show later. You can have this candy if you do this. Why do you guys lie every day?
I literally said I was going to a doctor's office instead of going to Tanu's house.
Yeah, I said I was going to work and I'm coming here.
Liars.
I mean, it's not like a malicious
fib.
lie or
white
whatever. I think it's, I don't know, like I think the age.
Sometimes it's also you
pause.
pick your battles.
Yeah, man. They're like, it's literally like you have to pick your battles. And
Yeah,
it's
you're
like, do
right.
you want to tell them the truth and be like, I ate your popsicle? Or do you want to tell them, oh my God, like
The dinosaur
the snowman came and took it back. Like, it's just easier sometimes.
Okay, what about lying to them to take them to a wedding and saying you're taking them to a blippy birthday?
Bro, she's
What about
okay. So
lying?
last weekend, your son had this wedding.
Bro, that's foul. Like, that's foul.
Wait.
Okay, so
My heart broke for
can you imagine if your parents did that to you as a child? Would you not be upset?
I mean, they did a lot of
They
things.
did a lot
but,
of other.
I
Yeah.
did all sorts of childhood trauma.
Yeah, but like so recently Amari's been into birthday parties. Like he understands the excitement of going to one, whatever. So anytime we're trying to go out, he'll be like, "Oh, I want to go to a birthday party." Like, you know, see the cake, whatever.
Yeah.
So last weekend, your son had a wedding to go to, and I wasn't going to the wedding with him because I had somewhere else to go to. So he was on his own. So I didn't want Amari to give your son a hard time because he's going to be spending the entire day with them. So I said, "Oh, you're going to go to a birthday party, excavator birthday party, blippy birthday party. You want to bring everything with them." So usually he's okay wherever we go.
There's
Like
an
he's
ayar.
fine.
No blippy, it's an ayar.
So usually he's okay because we end up taking him to like a play place or
Right
something,
after
right?
something, yeah.
But this time it was like a total shock for him.
Yeah.
So I called Nirsan to find out an update to see how Amari's doing. And it's a FaceTime call. Nirsan's literally holding on to Amari, he's glued onto him. He's like, he literally asked me, like, where's the blippy party? Where's the excavator?
So
Whatever.
you set him up for failure.
Yeah.
No, like, it's not in a bad way, but I just wanted him to, like, you know, get out of the house, not give trouble. Like, I thought, oh, if he eats an appam, he's going to be okay. But, like, that didn't help either. And, like, pretty much because of that, he didn't want to go to anybody. Like, the people that he usually goes to, he didn't want to go to any of them. So then I was like, oh, God, this is not going to go well because he's in a bad mood. But I think eventually he just got hyper there.
Yeah.
But it's, like, sometimes, like, you have to lie out for convenience. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I think it's just
your
the
battles.
age right now.
Yeah.
Like, terrible twos.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you?
Fucked up for us.
Yeah.
He's 3. He's like a little. He's actually such a sweetheart. He just has moments where he can be a little bit of an ASS. Like he has his moments and he talks back and he's very verbal about his emotions and his feelings and a little bit. He's a little dramatic at times. I don't know where he picks up that from, but yeah, it's a little hard sometimes. But I'm not like the fact that he can explain his emotions and stuff is so much easier now than him just wilding out and like throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
But he still does that sometimes.
Yeah. Like, I think sometimes I have to lie out of convenience because Amari's still at the age where he can't fully express or understand when we say we need to leave.
Yeah.
So just temporarily, I guess, it needs to be done.
Yeah. I guess Vian's too young to understand what we're saying. So he just goes with whatever we say. He's like, yeah.
Did you ever pretend to not hear your kid when they're calling you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I do that all the time.
I do that today.
In the morning or like when he wakes up?
Like when he wakes up, sometimes like when we were talking earlier about like waking up earlier, like there's some days where he would go to bed so late, but he would be up at 7.
Yeah, we do it.
And I'm like, why are you up? But sometimes he's just like,
and then they fall back asleep.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just leave them.
Sometimes they're just calling you in the moment and then they just go back to sleep. So I just like, initially I used to always run to him.
I check the monitor. If he looks like he's still laying down, I'm like, no, you're going back to sleep.
And then like when I spoke to some other moms and they're just like, they just leave them in there to like wait it out a little bit. I started doing that and then he goes back to sleep.
Even with his nap, sometimes he'll wake up halfway through and me and Maya will be like, yo, he only slept for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then within like 10 minutes, he'll be babbling. He's not like screaming or anything. As long as he's not crying or screaming, it's fine. He'll be babbling. They'll just knock out again. So yeah, sometimes I'm like,
maybe it's like a nightmare and then they go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure.
Mine will call me sometimes and then comes to my bed and it's like, mommy, 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 mommy. And we just still pretend like I'm sleeping. But then he now does this thing where he tries to pry my eyeball open. So I'll go like this for the most part where it's all white.
Thing to do.
But then sometimes it's fun to freak him out. So I'll be like, like this. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a good one. So lately, because Amari's in that phase where he repeats what you say.
Right.
So if you got to watch your language around him. So there's been certain times where he would repeat things that we have said.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, did you just say that? Right? And like we kind of have to pretend like we didn't hear him or like switch up the word a little bit to be like, oh, you said this. So it's like in those kind of scenarios, I pretend like I didn't hear him.
Yeah, because if you react,
then he's gonna think. Because Amari's that type of guy where it's like if we react or laugh to something he says, he will keep on doing
all
it.
kids. They think like
you're gonna struggle so hard with that because you're gonna start laughing.
I also have a potty mouth.
Me too.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah.
The amount of times I would be at Rax's parents' house and he would look at me and be like, "Yo, we chill." I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't help it."
Like I'm always like, even when my sister or brother call, my brother especially, like I always have to be like
chill.
Yeah.
I know I gotta change because Bean's starting to talk now. He's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna be like, where did you learn that from? Not me.
Kai knows a lot of bad words, but he knows it's bad words.
Yeah.
So even sometimes if I slip up back, if I say something, he will never repeat it or whatever. If Dusha slips up once in a blue moon, he'll literally be like. But even like when we were coming to Tanu's house after her birthday thingy, we were driving and then it was dark and he's sitting in the back and then me and Dusha were talking, all you hear is, right? And I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, looking at Dusha, I'm like, did he say that? And I'm like, Kai, I'm like, what did you just say? He's like, oh, sorry, I said a bad word. I'm like, what did you say? And he's like, I said, I'm like, why? He's like, oh, I dropped my Lightning McQueen. So he knows the context.
Yeah, of course.
But he also knows not to say it in public.
Yeah.
Like he knows it's a bad word. And if I do slip up, I'm like, oh my God. I'm so sorry I said that. He's like, it's okay, mommy. He's like, I'm not mad at you. And I'm like, I'm not a bad parent.
We all swear in front of our kids sometimes. It happens.
He learned all the swearing from Nadoon.
Oh.
I was literally going to roll out of my tongue the fact that of anyone like family-wise that have been around him, like he's probably the only one that hasn't let out anything.
That's worse. Yeah, I think,
Yeah, you don't really have a potty mouth like that.
It's around kids or parents.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like
somebody's coaching us.
I can't make the switch. Like, oh, when
It's
people
hard.
are here, I can't.
I'm a mom and
Like sometimes you're in the moment, like thinking about some other problems and you just let it out.
Yeah. Sometimes I call Mayu to like vent about something. I'm like, he's like, babe, you're on speaker. Bean's in the car. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh God, okay.
Ovia, what are some fears you may have becoming a new parent?
I have a lot. I have a lot of intrusive thoughts.
Oh, intrusive thoughts are bad.
That's normal, by the way. The intrusive thoughts.
Comes and goes.
Scared of labor. Scared of like the first month phase of the baby. Like they look so delicate. Like what if like I don't know how to hold them?
The newborn trenches.
What if I squish them?
If I can do it, you can do it. I have faith in you.
Yeah. And then I also have like, I start thinking about from 10 years from now, like, oh my God, what kind of friends are they going to have? Oh my God, like what if they lie to me? What if they sneak out of my house and without me knowing, what am I going to do? Like I start thinking about the craziest stuff. Yeah. What if I drop the baby? You know, like fucking intrusive
thoughts.
That's
like intrusive thoughts is an actual thing that moms go through, I think, like when they're pregnant and then postpartum as well. Like you literally will dream things. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you'll actually like feel like it actually happened.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
had a
actual
dream.
thing.
One of my nightmares was the baby was born. I had nothing, like no car seat,
Yeah.
nothing. And I was like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's reality for some people.
Yeah,
you just
actually, yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
But I honestly, what I would advise is you just take things day by day. Like, I think right now, because it's like you still have to enter that journey. Like you're thinking about all these things, but once you're in the moment, it's like, you know, the newborn phase, you're only going to be thinking about newborn, like what you need to do. And then when you move to the next phase, you're only going to be thinking about that phase. It's kind of like, I don't know.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be great.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. Plus you have a big mom community.
Yeah, like that's like one thing I feel good about.
Super mom community.
Yeah, super mom.
Yep.
Shameless plug.
That was actually going to be my next question. How important is it to actually have a community? Either friends or...
I preach
Yeah.
that all day. Like even a lot of new moms and stuff like that, I feel like they think they could do it themselves or whatever. Like especially a lot of like my friends, if they're new moms and stuff, I will always make sure I'm like, yo, what's up? What's going on? Whatever. Like the smallest things. I do feel like you are hypersensitive, especially after having a kid. And then like the smallest things that might be very minuscule beforehand is like the biggest thing once you have a kid. So I think it's really good to have a community and just kind of like just bounce ideas, have someone to talk to, catch up with, and just even compare like, oh, what are you using for this? Or like, oh, my kid has bare mucocelli, like what are you using to clear it up and stuff like that. I just think it kind of gives you a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, different perspectives.
Yeah.
Like I think for me, just having a circle of moms around me, like I like a lot of people in my family had kids before me, and we all had kids around the same time. So I think for me, that was very important and helpful in a way, because I think for me, one of my biggest fears going into motherhood was obviously because I don't have my mom to help, right? So I feel like I got a lot of insight off of like them, like, and they're pretty open. I think it's also like we kind of had similar mindsets as to how we do things and how we would want to do things. So I think, for example, like being able to handle motherhood on your own, like I think that was like one of my biggest fears, because I knew I'm not going to have the help. But then when I saw all my cousins do it on their own, even though they have their moms around them, I'm like, okay, I could do it too.
Yeah.
Right. So I think having a good circle of mom, friends, family, whatever it is, I think it's really important in some aspect, because you kind of like, you know, you see other sides to things. People are more open and real about their experiences, and I found it very helpful.
And knowing like that experience is not unique.
Yeah.
It's like everyone else is going through a similar thing. So it's not like,
Yeah.
oh,
You don't
shoot.
feel alone.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah. All struggle together. Y'all come up together.
Who do you talk to when you're struggling?
Your partner.
Yeah.
What?
Like about like this
Like, what are you
kind of
struggling
stuff?
with? Sorry.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. What are you struggling with?
Life as a mother.
Oh.
Do you talk to your mom,
No.
dad,
No.
friends?
I think I talked to my sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like it depends. Like if it's like immediate, like obviously Nirasan's the only person in the
Yeah.
house, so I would tell him. But then there's some things where it's like it's a woman to woman conversation,
Yeah.
right? So
Like men just don't always understand.
Yeah.
Or like can understand because they don't know.
yeah, like if it's something about parenting or whatever, like or things that relate to Nirasan, I can talk to him about it. But then there's some things that are like more like I need to talk about this with another woman, right? Or like I just always reach out to my sister, even though sometimes it's like hard for me to explain things to her. But it's also like an eye-opening thing for her too, hearing it from me. So I think, yeah.
There's no wonder Tanu doesn't want to have kids, because we all call Tanu and complain about having kids.
Well, no, but I think she openly has like blamed me or Amari in a way. But like,
But Tanu has a great perspective on things. Can you close your ears?
What you just said.
Can you close your ears?
me or her?
What you just said.
You said, yeah, like Amari. You said it a couple times, so Amari.
Yeah.
You know she said it, right? Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's not just Amari.
Amari's
She
a lot
just
of
says it
work.
about all
After
the kids.
seeing how much work Amari is, it's obviously like
Yeah.
Oh, that we don't like. Oh.
Yeah.
No, not.
not in a bad way though. Not in a bad way, but
Not in a bad way, but I think it was like
just because
it's
she
like a
sees it
reality.
firsthand.
Yeah, it's like a reality
check,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
for sure.
yeah.
I even call that on some days, on the days that are hard, I'm like, don't have kids. I tell her, like last week, every day I called her, I said, don't have kids. And then this week I'm like, have them. So,
Yeah.
That is like you and Dirk's going through it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, for you, have you ever had a moment where you like obviously you're gonna have a kid now, where you thought like, damn.
I've only had thoughts before. Like, I don't want to have a kid till I'm 35.
Mm-hmm.
And then things changed, obviously.
35.
35.
35.
That's a good advice.
she's still in her 20s.
No, I really wanted to wait and like establish my career and like be financially where I want to be and blah, blah, blah. But then now, and I didn't want to give up my life. My biggest thing was, oh my God, I'm going to be like locked at home, like not doing anything.
You
Then
can
seeing
still be out and
I know.
about.
And I've had this conversation with Dushiv too. Like after seeing you guys, I'm just like, what the heck? Like I could do it. I could do both.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think it also helps when your friends all have kids now.
Yeah. And I don't
It's
feel like it's
like-
scary because I'll like message. I'll message her. I'll be like, yo, this isn't really TMI question, but like this happened.
It's not even TMI though. I'm like, that's normal.
Yeah. But this happened. Is this normal? And then she'll be like, yeah, that's normal.
But even like going out to places and stuff like that, like you're not gonna feel like, oh, it's a burden bringing my kid there because it's like
Everyone
your
has
kid's
to-
there, your kid's there, whatever.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing too.
then Nadoon's kid next year.
Oh, and you know when we also started feeling is like, you know when we started going to parties, like your New Year's party, it's like there's so many kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's like such a norm to have so many
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
around. So it's like
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, like we're ready.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure to bounce back?
I feel like I need to bounce back right now. And
I personally feel like, especially right now, like I'm 5 weeks postpartum, I don't feel the need to like physically bounce back, but I personally want to be in a position where I can play sports and stuff this summer. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do it, but I want to put myself in a position where I can do it if I want to do it. That's not for anyone else, but just for me to kind of regain my identity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel any other. I feel like
Outside world, everyone's basically like doing total opposite, saying, oh, take it slow, do this, do that, whatever. So it's almost like,
There's no pressure.
no, it's not even pressure. Not even, it's almost like oh, you're a mom now, so you don't have to do it. You don't have to do X, Y, Z. Like, oh, you don't have to go to the gym or you don't have to play sports and stuff like that. So it's almost like the total opposite.
Got it.
I think it's I think it's social, like it depends. Like social media, you see a lot of girls literally give birth and within a week they have their abs
skinny,
back, right?
yeah.
I think I struggled with that a lot with Vian. Like I worked out my entire pregnancy. Like I did not miss a day with Vian. And so for me, bouncing back was like very important because I was like, I put in so much effort and so much energy into this, so I better bounce back. Now, yeah, I will say I feel like my recovery was very quick, and I will say I lost all of the weight within a month. But this time around, I'm just like, yo, it's not going to be as easy. I already know because I have 2 now. With Vian, it was just 1. So he's sleeping all the time. I can work out whenever I wanted. Now I don't have that luxury. Even this pregnancy, yes, I'm still very active, but I haven't been able to go into the gym physically to work out. I have to work out at home because I have Vian. Like who's going to watch him? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as women, but I think also social media puts that pressure on people. As someone that posts my life on social media, I think if I don't bounce back, people will then make comments about it. Not that I care about what people say because I really don't, but it's just like, you just put this your own pressure on yourself. And I think it's very hard to like unlearn that, if that makes sense. You know, especially being an athlete and like, you know, putting in that time and energy, I feel like it's hard to not think like that. Yeah.
And I think the reality of like how long it actually takes a woman to recover from pregnancy, I don't think it's often
like
talked
18
about.
or 24 months.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people talk about it often enough where it's like, if someone isn't bouncing back as quick as the standards, it's like, oh, they're just like, you know, they don't care about themselves or whatever. But, you know, everyone's experience is different, right? And
also, the other thing is genetics plays a huge role in it. Like, when I see certain girls on social media, it's like I know girls that literally get pregnant, don't work out their entire pregnancy, and then have abs after having a kid again. It's just genetics too, right?
Or
It's
they'll say they work out, but it's like you're not really working out.
No, or they just don't, right? And here's the thing: I feel like as Tamil women, our genetics are not set up that way. We're just not. Like our parents ate soda curry, we eat soda curry. We don't know what carb load, like we don't measure our food, So I think it's very difficult. And so I think when we see another person that had a child at the same time as you, I actually made a video before I came here. It's like what I look like at 9 months pregnant, or I guess I'm 8.5 months pregnant or whatever, versus what another girl looks like. Some girls look like they're 5 months pregnant when they're 9 months. You know what I mean? My belly is protruding out, right? But now I realize, I'm like, but my torso is pregnant. Shit. I know, you can't even tell, right? I'm like, my torso is also really small. But also, what if my mom carried like this? I don't know. There's so many different things that you shouldn't compare yourself just because you see someone else that's so much smaller than you or whatever. It's just, everyone carries differently and you just have to go with it. At the end of the day, it's a miracle to be able to even have a child and get pregnant and do these things. So we just have to be grateful for what our bodies can do.
Yeah, that's another fear of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Adin's question should have been phrased, why is there even the pressure to bounce back?
Okay, just redo that and then put that
Are
in.
you trying to tell me what the hell to do on my show?
I'm saying, there's nothing wrong
You
with
got
your
kicked out of the show for a reason, what?
Yeah, but it's just looking at all of your deliveries. Jesse had C-section, emergency C-section the first time. That's harder to bounce back from. A lot of people don't. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that the way they also give birth affects the way that they can bounce back too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Right? People. I think it's what Dirk said. It's social media plays a big role, but it's also in our culture, for example. I feel like our moms went through it. So many people saying comments behind their back, after she gave birth, she looked like a whole different person.
But then they be the same ones that say, "Oh, you work out for the
Huh? You have a mic.
Oh, I'm just saying it to you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
But,
Give her the mic.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize all of these factors that you guys were mentioning, genetics plays a huge role, the way you deliver also. And it's in that moment after you guys give birth, I feel like that's not one thing that you're not going to think about that.
Yeah.
It might be a fear that you have before. I'm sure that is a fear that you guys had after birth too, will that bounce back and stuff. I feel like sometimes it's more important to appreciate what your bodies are capable of doing.
Yeah.
Because not everyone gets that privilege.
Yeah.
That's true.
Very good point.
No, because I do that a lot. I'm always like, oh my God, am I going to look the same? Do I look the same right now? Am I getting fat? Am I going to be able to lose it? Yeah.
You actually don't even look it right now.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're tiny. Yeah.
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 A lot of moms deal with stress at work, maternity leave, or job pressure. How is that struggle real for anyone who's gone back to work after?
The job itself is stressful, or balancing it with
having a kid.
So I wouldn't say my job is so stressful where I'm thinking about it all day long while I'm there and thinking about it when I get home. I'm fortunate enough to have a job where once it's 4:30 p.m. bye. I'm not thinking about work. But I do feel like it's a different routine, right? So it's for example, I have Amari in daycare or whatever, right? And someone else is watching him for those hours I'm at work. But then when I come home, even though I'm done work, I have a secondary job.
Yeah.
My being a mom, right?
Yeah, you don't get a break.
And it's not that's we were talking about before, how your life changes. That was one thing that changed for me, because before it's you finish work, you go home, you cook a meal, you eat, you go to bed. But now I have all these other extra steps to do because I'm a mom now, right? So it's every day when I'm leaving work, I'm thinking about, okay, I gotta feed Amari, put him to bed, do all these things, do his laundry, wash his bottles. There's all these things. And I feel that itself was harder for me to get used to. But I think now, because I'm used to it, I kind of figured out a system of what works best and how to get things done. But I do think at times it can be difficult. It's tiring.
With some of the things you said, did you know we have a new category called parents, where you can put in wash bottles, clean play place, and all that? Yes, we do.
Oh,
We just added it after Supermoms, actually.
Yeah, when Supermom is done, That's gonna
Supermom is forever.
Supermom's
is it?
Wait. But like
Is it really? I
the
thought
fathers can also add it too, right? Cleaning.
Yeah.
Rex.
What'd you
I'm
think?
wondering.
No, like a Supermom, like the thing that we're in.
Yeah.
Like, is that done?
It's like monthly, like
Every month.
resets.
Oh, it resets. Oh, I'm gonna be walking for days.
But people don't have to join it.
She thought she only had to book this.
She
No,
knows.
I want to continue
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
feel
yeah.
some motivation.
Well, yeah, we
but
keep it
I'm
going.
glad.
Yeah.
But if people want to leave it for a month or whatever, they
Yeah.
can leave it. And
Plus, you can win so many things. Why wouldn't you want to continue?
Yeah.
Actual
If you're pro.
prizes.
Yeah.
If you're
No, I actually love
amazing.
it because like I don't play
Freezes
sports
it sometimes.
anymore. That I feel like I feel active again. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it'll be like I have an alarm at like 11:15, like a safety alarm that basically says, "Oh, the steps or whatever it is," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" At that moment, I'm like, "Okay, if I haven't done it yet, I'm going to my walking pad and just getting it done."
Yeah.
I literally walked at lunch just because I already knew in big late night. So I was
Yeah.
like, let me get it done
That's
earlier.
what I did too.
I just slept
Yeah.
for 3 hours. I didn't do shit.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
How involved are your parents with raising your kid? Anybody?
Not involved as much at all. Really, my parents.
As
see-
much at all. Nice.
Yeah, I think but that's not because of my parents doing. That's like me and Mayu. Like we want to just respect boundaries. My mom specifically, she is like, we raised you this way. Let me raise your kid the same. My mom literally, when I was before I got pregnant, and I would tell her like, I don't want to have a kid right now. I don't want to have a kid right now. She'd be like, just give me the kid. I'll raise them for you. Like that was my mom's thing. She's like, have the kid. Give me the kid. I'll raise them for you.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing. Like I obviously, for me personally, I'm having kids for me. I'm not having kids for my parents. So for me, I let my parents come visit him, or we go over once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depends on how busy we are. And they get to play with him. They don't have to raise him. They don't have to do anything. I think my mom has wiped Vian's kundi maybe 5 times since he's been born. And I like it that way, if I'm being honest with you, because I just think that way boundaries aren't being broken, and I don't have to have uncomfortable conversations. We don't have to get into
I agree
fights.
with that.
And that's just the way I wanted to do things. So that works for us, and that's what we do.
My mom watches Kylan while we're working. I'm usually remote, so working from home. So it's either she comes to my house or we drop him off at my parents' house. But my parents, especially my mom, she's actually very, I would say from what I've heard, maybe a little bit different in the sense that she does respect boundaries. Even when we told her we were pregnant and stuff like that, she wasn't like, oh, you have to do this, you have to drink this, you have to eat that. She was like, I don't know what the hell to do. But like, I'm going to search it up on Google and stuff like that. So even with raising Kylan and stuff like that, she was very like, oh, like, Dushiv, like, what should we do for this and stuff like that. So she's very respectful towards the way that we are raising our children. And it's not like she's like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it and stuff like that. So that works for us. At the same time, it's like, she's not really, like, she's helping us raise him, but it's not like she's raising him. It's more like they're just building a better relationship with our kids. But I would say they're there.
I think for me, my situation is kind of similar to yours, except I'm in a situation where we don't have like 2 full sets of grandparents, plus the grandparents that we have, they're older.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of harder for us to give them that responsibility. I mean, like, you know, if we need food or like whatever, they cook here and there and they'll give it to us. But in terms of like assisting us with our kids, it's like fully on us.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I feel like that's what just works better for us.
Yeah.
Like you said, like boundaries, we get to do what we want without hearing things or, you know, disagreeing on things. It's just better that way, I guess.
Yeah. That's another thing for me too. Like my dad's 70 this year.
Yeah.
I don't need the man breaking his back trying to deal with like me and stuff like that. Like my mom has always been a stay-at-home mom. So for her, I think she struggled with it a lot in the beginning because she was like, you never ask for help. You never want her help. And now she's at a point where she's like, I don't even know his routine. I don't really care. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, it's just like, just play with him when we bring him over. That's my thing. I'm like, just, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything for him. Literally just play with him. If he poops while I'm here, I will change his diaper. Like, you know what I mean? And we take Vian with us everywhere we go. So it's just like, and same thing with Mayu's parents. Like they're older. They work crazy jobs too. So they're tired. Like, and I see it. Like my dad, when he comes, he plays with Vian and then he gets tired. Like, you know, same with my mom. Like my mom's more like, like she just wants to, kuchi kuchi, like matango, and then she's like over it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for us, like this just works for us, and that's how it is, and that's okay. And my job, I'm privileged enough to be at home all the time, so I don't really have to get the help, and yeah, it is what it is.
Girls, you can't answer that currently, but
Yeah.
I know where your answer is going.
Everyone knows where the answer is going.
gentle parenting, effective or soft?
I don't know what is gentle parenting? Is it like you don't discipline your
They're
kid?
not
Is that what it is?
getting their ass handed with a belt.
Okay, no. Then all
no,
of
that's
us are doing
a little
gentle.
extreme. That's a little extreme.
No. I think it's like
Like a kid
literally-
could be a menace and you'll still be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like you don't like raise your
You
voice
don't
or
discipline.
anything.
You don't
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. Like I definitely raise my voice with him and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I do like Maya and I are on the same page about not putting our hands on our kids. But yeah, we do raise our voice, but he's also so young, so it's a little difficult. I think as he gets a little bit older, we'll put down more like ground rules, but I think I don't think we're gentle parenting, but I don't think we're like strict parenting either. I think we do a little bit of a mix.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're doing a little bit of both too. Like,
Yeah.
especially in the age Amari's in, like, I think there's just certain times where it's like he needs to know, like, you know, that this can't be done.
Right.
And then it's like sometimes just being like, oh, sweetie, like, you know, no to that. Like that kind of tone, I guess, doesn't work with them at
Yeah.
all times. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, you have to do a little time out here and there.
Or just walk away.
Or just, yeah, like there's certain things you have to do that I don't think is considered gentle parenting in order for your kid to understand.
Yeah.
They're also so young.
Yeah.
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 That's the thing. Sometimes I feel like with Vian, like after he goes to bed or whatever, I'll be like, Mayu, you know, he was really bad. Mayu's like, babe, you have to understand he's so young. He does not understand. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like when he's throwing a tantrum, Mayu's like, you have to understand he does not know how to like handle his emotions. And that's why he is, or Mayu would be like, oh, like he has so much energy that he doesn't know where to burn it.
Yeah.
And because we live in Canada on top of that, they're at home for 8 months out of the year. Basically, we keep them at home, like unless they go to daycare or whatever for Vian. He's at home 24/7.
Yeah.
So like imagine if it's snowing outside, raining outside for a whole week. Poor kid is not really going outside, right?
Yeah.
And so I think like it's something that like we also have to understand and realize as parents.
Yeah.
But it's not always easy. But yeah, sometimes I definitely lose my temper too. I'll be like, yeah, no, you can't do that. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think we do like just like we like can't just get away with anything he wants.
What does being a good mom mean to you?
Oof.
It's a loaded question.
It is. Answer however you'd like.
I don't know, but I know I'm a good mom.
Okay. Good answer.
I will take pride in that. That's for sure.
Kind of a tough question there, isn't it?
Can you repeat the question
That's a really
again?
big question.
What does being a good mom mean to you?
I think if my children feel safe with me and they feel respected and they feel
Love,
loved
unconditional.
and
Yeah.
they see kindness around them and in me and whatnot, and they grow up to be kind, good human beings. I think that's. I don't even remember the question anymore. God damn.
That was a good answer
think-
to
Yeah?
not knowing the
Okay.
question.
I was like just drifting, you know.
What does being a good mom mean to you?
I think that
that was good.
overall, I think that's what
Yeah.
being a good mom would be.
Yeah, I think going off of what she said, I think showing up for your child or your children unconditionally. I think unconditional love is so important when being a parent. And, you know, just giving and not expecting. Especially, I don't know, like being brought up by parents from a different generation. Like, you know, you see all sorts of different types of parents, but I think in our generation, I feel like really showing that unconditional love
Goes a long way.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of Tamil kids have so much anger because our parents didn't do that for us.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
I know a lot of
like that.
people like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, not to shade them, it's what they knew, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of our trauma and stuff, we don't realize until we're much older why it was caused, and you know.
Our parents are gonna watch this and be like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
I was just thinking that right now.
A job and
like-
this night shift and this and that to like buy XYZ and do the XYZ and put you in
It's
XYZ
crazy, though,
and you
because
guys are talking about us.
they
as
were there
your
for us
parents and this and
financially.
that.
No, but that's the thing.
They were there
Like,
for us financially and doing this for us, putting us in school, giving us food.
they're like,
da, da, da.
Canada.
But like the emotional and mental support was not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Comments might be looking a little crazy for this clip.
We what was that meme we saw, Rax? It was like, oh, when you live in a brown household, you pay rent with your mental health.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think like I think it's just like a lot of people struggle with this like this owing dynamic. It's like, oh, like I raised you, I did this for you, so you need to do this for me in return, right?
It's like a transactional relationship.
Yeah, like I think there's a lot of households that are just operate like that. But end of the day, it's like, I don't know. The way I see it is you chose to have a kid.
And also, if you have to say that, that just goes to show.
So why'd you have kids then?
Because like if you get older and your kid doesn't want to take care of you,
Yeah.
If your parents are saying that, don't you kind of feel like it's almost like, oh, do you resent having a kid then? Like,
Yeah.
no, but some of them just have kids just to have kids because that's what they were told that they should do, right?
Yeah.
But what if your kids did that to you guys?
That means I didn't raise them well. Like I wouldn't put that pressure on them either. Like I'm not having kids, so like I think that a lot of people have talked about this in the past. I'm not having kids so that one day when I'm old and gray and gold, whatever,
the girl said gold.
when I'm old and gray, like I'm gonna be like, well, you have to put me in your home and take care of me. If I go to a senior home, I go to a senior home. I don't care. And I'm not going to put that pressure on my kids.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to resent them if that happens.
I feel like it's a little hard to say like in the current moment.
No, sure. But at the same time, I'm not going to say it to my kids and make them feel guilty about it and be like,
the guilt
oh,
trip,
like that's crazy, right? Like I just think that like, you would think and you would hope. And I always say this to my, before I have to go to the senior home, just take me. Like, just take me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it's like, you're putting your kids in a really tough position sometimes.
Yeah.
Not like, I'm not talking about my parents personally, but I think it's just like, I don't know. It's tough. It is tough. And I don't think we could speak about it right now, like you said, because I don't know how I'm going to feel in like 50 years because, I'm still in my 20s. But I don't know.
I mean, we actually are.
We really are.
We really are in her
You're
20s.
turning 30 this year.
No.
Why do you
We're still
consider yourself
20.
going?
Nah.
Nah.
Until they turn 30.
Sorry, girl. I still have a while to turn 35.
Shut the hell up! We're still turning 35. This girl tried. We started this conversation. We're like, oh yeah, 91s, 96s. We end this thing off with like, girl, you're already 35. I'm turning 35 later in the year. Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I was gonna say on behalf of Nadoon, I think that all of you guys are such amazing moms. Gonna be an amazing mom. I grew up with that one. I kind of grew up with you too. Knew you for a long time. Known you for a long time. And I was gonna say I knew these girls before they had kids. I knew a whole different side of them. But they didn't change as people, even though I know you guys are saying like you mourn yourself like when you give birth or whatever. So people shouldn't be fearful of having kids thinking that they're not gonna be the same. I feel like you guys still get to do a lot of things.
I'm 10 times better.
Yeah, I've seen them grow up and grow into these beautiful women that are mothers to such amazing, beautiful babies. And you guys, we talk about it all the time. Like, I don't know how you guys all do it. And you guys truly are super moms, gonna be a super mom. So you should give yourselves a pat on the back because I think you guys are such amazing people and mothers.
And then you're going to tell us the
And then we're gonna say, so are you gonna tell us?
No.
I told her to say all that.
I am going to be a super aunt.
Okay, fine.
But yeah.
You might as well do a daycare.
Once a week.
Daycare
Tell
down for
your
daycare.
husband to start it, I'll be employed.
My husband's stressed.
Anyone have anything else they would like to share or say?
Download NC 724.
That too.
Boom, boom.
Supermom Group Habit. This is dropping in April, so before May 3rd, you're gonna want to join.
I am deceased. April is next month. I mean next week.
Yes, it is.
I'm thinking there's like 2 months to April.
We're time's zooming, brother.
It's actually.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming on. You guys have some great answers.
Have fun editing this.
Thank you for being a great host.
It's going to be a lot of cutting out.
No, I feel like I actually learned so much.
Yeah, that's a great
All
conversation.
right. Yeah, you guys did good.
Learn a lot sitting there.
Babe, I still can't drive.
You said I learned a lot about Olivia. But yeah, do a cover photo real quick and then keep talking.